4. And so, did we learn anything from Florida Auburn the first time around that can help us understand this one?
I think we did, Sean. I mean, I think we matched up well against Auburn. Our depth is key here. We got to push the pace, get them playing in transition, and I think we can wear them down.
The Gators have won 10 in a row now in the month of March into April. They've been averaging 90.6 points per ball game. I wouldn't say that they've shown us their best basketball here in the tournament. They'll need it here tonight.
We've played well enough to get here, Sean, but to win it all, we're going to have to get back to the way we were playing in the conference tournament, leading into the SEC tournament. And I think with the long week, the most rest we've had since before the SEC tournament, we're going to come out fresh, and we're going to look to run tonight.
The Gators are healthy coming into today's ball game. Auburn, meanwhile, maybe a little bit banged up. National Player of the Year finalist Janai Broome has an arm injury. Chad Baker-Mazara not quite 100%, but yet Auburn is formidable at 32-5.
They're very dangerous. They're big. They rebound the ball really well. Janai Broome is one of the best players in the country. It's going to be key to keep him away from the paint and the basket.
This is the most unique of the 177 meetings all time between Florida and Auburn. The Gators won by 9 back on February the 8th, 90-81. The Tigers lead the Gators in the all-time series 92-84. There are contrasting styles when it comes to the way these two teams like to play. And then, of course, they're the head coaches, Todd Golden and Bruce Pearl, the mentor, the mentee. One's in his 60s, one is in his late 30s. Unique, and I'm sure these old friends would rather not see each other on this stage, but they'll play it up the way they always do.
That's right. I'm sure they're going to want to win today. That friendship is put on pause for a few hours.
Let's get to Lee's Keys here for this ball game.
I think it's critical for us to play this game up and down. I want to look over in the second half and see Janai Broome on his knees. So I want to watch the fast break points, want to watch our pace. We're going to have to rebound. Auburn has been rebounding even better in the NCAA tournament than they did in the regular season. They're +8 against their opponents. Want us to win the rebounding battle so we can run.
All right, let's get to the starters. The lower seeded one, if you can get your arms around that, the Florida Gators. The head coach is Todd Golden and his usual starting 5. Walter Clayton Jr., Elijah Martin, and Will Richard at the guards. Those 3 have been dynamite and have led the Gators to this moment. And they've not done it alone. Alex Condon back in the starting lineup, the sophomore from Australia. Would like to have his best tournament game yet tonight. He's at the 4. And Ruben Chinyelu, the center, rounds out the Gators' 5. Clayton, Martin, Richard, Condon, and Chinyelu for the 34-4 Florida Gators. Meanwhile, for Bruce Pearl and the Auburn Tigers, Denver Jones, Miles Kelly at the guards. Kelly's the sharpshooter. He's 30%, though, shooting from 3 in the tournament. Chad Baker-Mazara, the 25-year-old, on the wing. Janai Broome, possible National Player of the Year, SEC Player of the Year, is at the 4. And then there's 6'11" senior at the starting center, Dylan Cardwell out of Augusta, Georgia. Jones, Kelly, Baker-Mazara, Broome, and Cardwell for the Auburn Tigers, who come in at 32-5. Our officials tonight from the NCAA. Roger Ayers is the crew chief. Tony Batia and Courtney Green also on the whistle. A.J. Desai is here as the alternate if needed. The Gators will wear the royal blue jersey and shorts. Gatorhead logo on the left thigh of the shorts. Orange letters and numbers trimmed in white. Home whites tonight for the Auburn Tigers with the navy blue letters and numbers trimmed in their orange and the interlocking A and U on each side of the shorts. All set to go here. The first slot in the national championship game on Monday night is to be decided over the next 40 minutes or maybe more. Duke and Houston will follow us. And as they clear the cameras from this elevated stage in a packed house, 68,000 at the Alamo Dome, we're about set to go here in semifinal game number 1. Roger Ayers will have the honors of throwing the ball in the air as we get set to go. It'll be Cardwell and Chinyelu in the center jump circle. All eyes on the logo. We're underway, and the Final Four begins. The opening tap belongs to the Auburn Tigers, who will shoot at the goal to our right toward the Gators bench here in the first half. Jones sends it to Baker-Mazara on the left wing. Entry pass toward Broome, deflected but saved by Auburn. Back up top and now handled by Kelly. Flip it to Broome. Left wing trying to back his way toward the paint against Condon. dribbling with the right hand, looking over his left shoulder. Condon holding his ground, out of the restricted area, turns, shoots on a fade, knocking it down as Broom. That's how this one starts, 2-0 Auburn.
Broom with about 10 dribbles on that back down.
All for him on that opening possession. Condon holds above the left high post. Alex will dribble once, hand it off to Clayton. Square, shoots for three. Bang, got it. And the Gators have the lead at 3-2 as they score on their opening possession.
Love the play. Get Walt going early. Auburn was late on that show in the handoff.
61 straight games now with at least one three-pointer for Walter Clayton Jr. We'd have to wait as long as we did last weekend for that shot to go in. Off the action from the right wing. Baker Mazzara dumps it down low. Cardwell catches and dunks off the catch. They sent two around a screener at the right of the lane to free up that play. Clayton picks it up, angle left, throws to Martin for his first touch on the left wing. Elijah on the dribble, chased by Kelly. Elijah to the paint, turns, throws outside to Condon. He'll drive down the left slot, put his back to the goal at the restricted area. Bumping into Broom, falling, trying to get a shot away with the right hook, left it short, rebounded by Janai Broom.
If Alex goes into Broom right there, he draws the foul.
4-3 Auburn. Baker Mazzara harassed to the right wing, shoots anyway, in and out with a three. The rebound won by Cardwell, and then he fumbled it out of bounds. Gators ball length to the floor to go. Todd Golden already into the year of Courtney Green, the official, on the sideline opposite us.
Wanted an over to the back on Cardwell. Ruben had inside position. Couldn't really tell if he was being pushed or not.
Broom already with a bucket and a rebound for the Tigers. He has 21 double-doubles on the year, 81 in his career. Condon handling out of the horn set, dribbles over the top of the arc, goes back door and threw it away. Intended was Richard, stolen by Baker Mazzara. Ahead to Kelly, transition wing left three, way off, and rebounded by Condon. He'll bring it across himself. Condon will turn, wait for a guard, and hand to Clayton. Clayton steps wing left, goes out of a double. Richard on the baseline drive feeds the paint, and Condon is fouled, trying to catch the basketball on a lane drive here at 17:48.
Walt is going to receive so much attention for the rest of this game, hitting that early three. There is 3 Auburn players that ran to him to close out on that pump fake from the three.
Fouls on Denver Jones. They're going to rule that Condon was in the gather, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2, where he was 60% this season. Alex averaging 7.5 points per game in the tournament. And he's wide right with the first free throw. He'll have one more offering and a chance to tie the game here early.
Let's get this one in, Alex. Calm the nerves a little bit. That turnover was, he was a little loose with the ball a couple possessions ago.
Condon with shirt sleeves on under his jersey tonight. Ties the game at 4 at 17:48. First meeting of the year between these two. Auburn got up by 10 in the first half. Kelly on the left wing. Gives to Broom at the elbow. Back to Kelly. There's space to shoot for 3. It's wide left. No good. Rebound. Broom put it up and in. Second chance bucket. Nobody saw Broom. Auburn winning the glass early.
He's been a beast on the glass all tournament.
Yeah. Broom averaging 13.3 rebounds per game in their 4 games in the tournament so far. Handoff wing left to Martin. Dribbles to the foul line. Step back 15-footers. Got it. Very pretty shot from Elijah Martin, playing in his second Final Four, the other 2 years ago with Florida Atlantic. 6-6 the score. We're 3 minutes into the contest. Jones on the right angle. Tried a little pocket pass. It was low and kicked by the Gators. It was trying to find Janai Broom.
Is that kicked by us or Auburn? I think Broom kicked that.
I thought so too.
Should be our ball.
Here's the rail cam in your face, by the way, in front of you.
Can we get a replay right here?
You get a selfie if you like.
You need to take a picture of this.
The camera's about $1 million, just so you know. Baker Mazzara throws it in sideline right. Gets it back from Broom. Turns, goes down the lane on the curl, lays it up and in. Chad Baker Mazzara gives Auburn the lead back at 8-6. Clayton drives to the left side of the lane. Pivots, throws inside. Condon, top side of the lane, comes out above the top of the key. Looking for a friend, pivoting 360. Looks down low. Chinyulu's first touch, catching block left, bumping into Broom. Spins, goes up, and scores with the left hand. Broom guessed wrong, and Chinyulu played it just right.
Let's keep going at Broom. He didn't want to guard down there. Ruben another touch.
I feel like the Gators did a lot of that in the first meeting, like challenging the big guy on the defensive end.
Let's do it again.
Cheney Johnson in off the bench for Auburn. Pocket pass inside to Broom, and he'll shoot a leaner and draw a foul. He was surrounded by 3 Gators. He's pushed away, and a 2 free throw opportunity for Janai Broom, who's lobbying with Roger Ayers about getting hooked. Fouls on Chinilu, his first.
We've got to figure out a little bit on the defensive end. Auburn getting to the rim, not any time they want, off of these pick and rolls or handoffs. Their bigs diving to the basket. They're hitting them in the pocket. Broom got what he wanted on a patient back down, and they're shooting 4 for 7 right now from the field.
First free throw is good for the 59% free throw shooter. Micah Henlockton and Thomas Houck and Denzel Aberdeen all checking in here off the Gators bench. A bench that is below the floor. The only Gator usually on the floor with the players is the head coach, Todd Golden. Same goes to the Auburn end. And Bruce Pearl sending instructions in here before this second free throw attempt. Broom's got them both. And a 2-point advantage for Auburn again at 10-8 with 16-12 to go in the first half. Clayton throws to Martin. Front court right, and a first touch for Hanlock. Sends it out up high to Houck. Dribble handoff to Aberdeen between the circles. Pass toward Clayton, tipped and knocked loose by Kelly, and it goes out of bounds in the backcourt. It'll belong to the Gators with 17 to shoot, and they'll bring it from the timeline at the opposite end back across half court.
Long pass across the court. Denzel tried.
Clayton off the inbound, walks it into the right front court. Left-hand dribble against Kelly. Drives left, chased by Broom as well now. Clayton launches a 3. Good, he's 2 for 2. Clayton off the left side gives the Gators the lead at 11-10. Up to Baker Mazzara, and he answers with a wing right 3 after the Clayton make.
Gotta get back on defense, boys.
13-11 Auburn. Baker Mazzara did not shoot well in the first meeting between these two. Clayton drives to the left side of the paint, flips it up toward the rim. Hanlock tried to tap it in. No. Kelly clears it for Auburn. On the break to Cheney Johnson tonight. The rim shot blocked by Houck. Loose ball for Martin. Martin goes up, has his pocket pick. Got it back. Turns, shoots a right wing 3 and drilled it. Lead back to Florida at 14-13.
There we go, Sean. This is the game we want to see, up and down.
Both teams look like themselves here in the opening minutes.
The offense has been on point for both teams.
We're overdue for a media timeout. Baker Mazzara picks it up sideline right. Feeds Johnson top of the arc. Into the lane. Spins out of control. Finds a pass to Broom. Wing right 3. A little long. No good. Weak side rebound for Auburn. Reset up top. Baker Mazzara buries a 3 off the catch. And the lefty gives the lead back to Auburn at 16-14.
And 2 guys there for the rebound. We couldn't secure it.
Both teams shooting 55% or better here in the first half. Clayton up top for 3. Rim. Back iron and a foul looking for the rebound. It's going to take us to a timeout. Foul against whom? It's going to stay with Florida? Yes. The foul is against Cheney Johnson. And so the Gators will have the basketball down 2 when we come back. 14:31 to go. First half in San Antonio. 16-14. Auburn leads Florida. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Publix is here for all your tailgating needs. Publix can keep you chomping and cheering for your Gators from the tailgate to the O-Dome. Dig into our easy-to-share Publix sub platters. Grab an order of hot chicken wings from the deli and savor some sweet treats from the Publix bakery. Remember to pick up all your tailgating favorites before tip-off at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Select items require advance notice.
This is the NCAAA Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
To aim higher, run faster is what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Today we have two very special guests on our program introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Ooh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Well, Todd Golden's going to keep things as normal and consistent as possible for his Gators here at the Final Four. We'll do the same thing. Our tradition is, after the first media timeout, I get Lee Humphrey's take on how the game has opened up. We played a long way, Lee. We got down to the 14-31 mark. Auburn leads Florida 16-14.
The offenses have been fantastic in this first segment of the game. It started out a little slower. Auburn was methodical on the offensive end, trying to get to the basket with a broom post touch. They hit a couple of their bigs diving to the basket, and they've been efficient on the offensive end. They're 6 of 11 from the field, but on the other end, we've also been efficient. Walter with 2 big threes. We're 5 for 9, and I really like how the last 2 minutes, Sean, this game has got up and down, and it's been played in transition.
Chad Baker-Mazzara leads Auburn with 8 points. He's now on the bench. The Gators are led in scoring by Walter Clayton with 6. Clayton stays in. He'll trigger the inbound here, baseline right. Clayton looking, gets it into handlock, the top of the arc. Quick pass to the left wing, caught by Martin. Goes around a wing screen, dribbles to the left elbow. It's got his back to the goal, shovels it out to Clayton, front court left. Stand on the shot clock. Clayton holding from his waistband, passes to Houck, top of the arc. He'll send it wing right. Martin drives to the rim, lays it up, no, but he is fouled. Elijah Martin will go to the line for the first time tonight. The Gators are 1 of 2 at the line thus far. Fouls on Cardwell, his first.
We're going to be able to be creative out of the pick and roll with the way Auburn is playing Walt. I mean, Walt had the ball about 35 feet from the basket, 12 seconds to go. He calls for Tommy to come set him a pick and roll, and Auburn is already going to double team Walt before Tommy's within 5 feet of him. So Tommy just flares back, he kicks it to him, and we're playing 4-on-3.
First free throw is good for Elijah Martin, playing his second Final Four. 2 years ago, it was with Florida Atlantic, and in this version of the tournament, the last 4 games, 14.8 points per ball game. Martin's free throws are good. The game is tied at 16. So Will Richard will come in, and Martin will go to the bench for his first rest of the game. Jitters are gone at this point. You've played here.
Jitters are gone, and we found a nice rhythm on the offensive end.
Knotted up at 16. Hannaford, their super sub in, hits a slipping. Cardwell, the center down the lane with a catch and a flush, his second dunk of the day.
We're still late on the help side out of those guys from the bigs.
Clayton throws up top, missed Houck. He runs to get it. Houck's pass toward the corner, deflected out of bounds by Tahad Pettiford. Pettiford, the freshman out of Jersey City, has been dynamite in the tournament. 17.3 points per ball game off the bench for Auburn.
Walt Will got confused on that pick and roll coverage on the weak side. Who was taking the dive man? Cartwell was all by himself coming out of the pick and roll.
Auburn leads by 2. Roger Ayers now turns to the scorer's table before issuing the ball to Denzel Aberdeen. This is right about at half court, just a couple of steps inside on the offensive end. Aberdeen looks, just got it into Clayton, who's trapped immediately. Walter's got a jump pass out of that to Handlock that shoveled to the right wing. Aberdeen 3, no good. Tap out rebound by Handlock, then to Aberdeen. Aberdeen spins, throws out, they reset to Houck at the top of the floor. Thomas indecisive, dribbles to his right, resets on the right wing back to Aberdeen. Now to Houck, 8 to shoot. Tommy's going to drive the rim, lays it up off the glass and in. Houck was assertive and ties the game at 18.
On my edge of my seat that entire possession, Sean. Wow.
That was the most icy yet. Cardwell takes a bounce pass just right at the top. Feeds mid-post. Bump with a right-hand dribble, turning, shooting, and scoring is Chaney Johnson. And they continue to score in the paint on the Auburn side. It's a 12-6 advantage for the Tigers. Clayton thought about a three, puts his head down. Steps in, steps out. Wing left, three's way off. Johnson rebounds for Auburn. Outlet pass to Pettiford. We're underneath 13 minutes to go first half. Tigers lead by 2. Both teams have had a couple of second chance buckets. Pettiford chest pass up top to Jones. They let it go alone for 3. He missed the shot. The rebound out of bounds. It looked like it was off Cardwell. They're going to rule off Florida here, and it will stay with the Tigers and 20 on the shot clock. Chinyelu comes back in for Florida, replacing Hauk. Janiah Broom and Chad Baker-Mazzara replace Chris Moore and Cardwell on the Auburn side.
First rest Cardwell's gotten. He's gone almost 7.5 minutes without a rest.
And he's playing his best so far in the tournament here in the Final Four. Broom catches top of the arc off the entry pass. Hands it back to Pettiford. Pettiford shovels down near the knees at the top of the arc for Baker-Mazzara. Will feed Broom wing right. Works toward the paint here. Mid-post against Chinyelu. Left-hand dribble, runs across the paint. Runner no good. Condon tap out rebound for Aberdeen. Aberdeen will bring it up. Chance to Tyer take the lead. Condon goes back door. Caught by Clayton on the left baseline. He'll take the dribble out to the left sideline. Working at the three-point line break. Clayton jump pass out of a double to Condon. Dribbles over the top of the arc. Waits, hands it to Richard. Richard, step back, frees himself some room to bounce it back to Condon. Right foul unextended. Condon drives to the paint. Twisting, turning, shot deflected. Missed it from the broken line. Auburn clears it. Gators in a bit of a drought right now. Pettiford, top of the arc, sends it wing right for Baker-Mazzara. Almost stepped out of bounds on the right sideline. Jump pass out of 2 to Johnson. Touch pass corner left. 3 on the way. Missed. Rebound Johnson. Second chance. No, but a foul. Jones missed the open deep left wing 3. And again, Auburn's made the Gators pay on the offensive glass. It'll take us to the under 12 media timeout. 11:33 to go first half. We're stuck on a score here. Auburn will have a chance to increase the lead when we come back. 20-18, Auburn leads Florida. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Game-changing plays, life-changing impact. Florida Victorious is a proud partner of the Florida Gators. Score and assist and make a difference on and off the court. Go to FloridaVictorious.com today to empower the student athletes that rep the orange and blue. For as little as 50 cents a day, you can gain exclusive access to Florida athletics, like meet and greets with players and coaches, autographs, and behind-the-scene tours. Become a member of Florida Victorious. The winning begins right here, right now. FloridaVictorious.com.
Hey Gator Nation, this is Vicki Brown-Werski, Director of Gators Empower Her. As the Bank of Doing and official sponsor of Florida Athletics, Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the court with interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources. Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com, choose pickup or delivery, and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup, or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Keep an eye on Walter Clayton Jr. individually here as he's sitting at 6 points. He needs 8 to tie Andy Owens' 55-year-old single-season record of 676 points set in the 1969-70 season. He's still yet to get uncorked after hitting 2 early threes. Elijah Martin has 7 for the Gators to lead Florida in scoring. And the Gators stuck here, Lee. 1 for their last 5, 2 for their last 8 from the field. We're huddled up at the 11:33 under 12 media timeout. Auburn leads Florida 20-18. Let's go inside the huddle as it has been all season. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Coach. I'm talking to the guys about the defensive end, especially in pick and roll coverage. We've got to be more disciplined on the weak side. We need our players at the midline, the center line of the floor, so that they can take the dive away and then to be ready to rotate on the shooters. Also, we've got to be more physical on the on the defensive rebounding. Auburn with 4 offensive rebounds. They're dominating points in the paint because of our pick and roll coverage, because of their offensive rebound, and then probably drawing up a set here to take advantage of some of Auburn's more aggressive denials on the wing.
Foul on Condon going into the timeout has Cheney Johnson at the line to our right. 8.3 points per ball game in the tournament for the senior from Alabaster, Alabama. Auburn in the home whites. Johnson's first free throw is good. This is a top 10 matchup. It's a top 5 matchup if we go by the polls. Auburn finished the season at number 4 in the AP poll. Gators number 3. Gators of the season in top 10 matchups 6-2. And now a 4-point lead for Auburn. This is their largest lead of the game at 22-18 after the 2 made free throws by Cheney Johnson.
See what set Coach drew up out of the timeout. We've been so good out of timeouts all year long.
Cardwell has returned at center for the Auburn Tigers. Aberdeen running point. Bounce pass to the horn set to Condon above the left high post. Sends a skip pass caught wing right by Richard. Richard dribbles to the edge of the lane, throws up top for Condon. Passes up a dribble handoff once, twice. Now hits a curling Martin. Martin to the rack, lay it up and in, and foul. Martin's got a possible 3-point play here as he was slapped on the forearm. Stops play at 11-13. Pettiford picks up the foul as he was late to Martin on the curl.
That was a beautiful play, Sean. We set that up to try to get Denzel on a back screen out of the horn set. The whole design was to pull the defense in, so we tried to skip it over to Will. Will wasn't there. We reversed it on the weak side. Ruben ducks in. Elijah comes for a handoff. Because of Ruben's duck in, he's got a wide open layup.
Free throw's good. 1-point lead for Auburn at 22-21. Pettiford goes across the top to Broom. Kind of slipped the pass to Baker Mazzara, who drives to the free throw line. Walled off, pitches out to Jones. Reset the floor to Chad Baker Mazzara between the circles. He'll dish to his left to Pettiford. Shot clock at 6. Back to Baker Mazzara. Guarded by Richard and now and Condon. Shot clock winding down. Ball knocked loose. Stolen at half court by Martin. Martin drives on a breakaway, and they're going to blow the play dead on a shot clock violation.
What?
They take a breakaway on a steal by Martin.
I mean,
I hate that call.
What do you have to do to say you don't have possession? I mean, Elijah's got the ball at 1 second, basically.
Yes.
I mean,
should have been a run-out layup for the lead. The Gators will inbound front court right at the offensive end to our left. Richard will throw it in the backcourt for Aberdeen. The Gators have a chance to take the lead back. 10:38 to go first half. Condon goes elbow to Chinulu. The center looks inside, nothing there. Feeds the left wing. Caught at the knees by Aberdeen. Aberdeen around a Condon screen. 5 to shoot. Not a Condon up top. 4 to shoot. Condon hands to Richard. Step back. Wing right 3. No good. And a foul. It's on Kelly. Miles Kelly hit the arm of Will Richard in the chaos on the far side. It'll be 3 free throws for Will Richard.
It looked like he got him on the wrist, and he did. I mean, he was on the forearm clear. I guess they'll go over review, make sure Will's foot was on the line because he did pump fake, put a foot slightly forward.
Plays under review, our first official review at 10:21 to go in the first half. Both teams are shooting exactly 50%.
And that's a 3. Easy call. He's a foot behind the line.
Okay.
The previous play is under review. By rule, we're going to check to see if the foul occurred before the shot clock violation.
You couldn't hide an Easter egg in this building. There are so many cameras. Whatever angle you want on a replay, you can have it here tonight.
That's before the shot clock.
So both things reviewed. Was it a 3-point attempt? Did he get it away before the shot clock expired? Both boxes seem to be checked. And we'll get 3 free throws from Will Richard. The Gators would love to get Richard going. He's 11 points per game in the NCAA tournament. Just 6, though, in the Elite 8 game against Texas Tech. Everybody but the officiating crew has weighed in on this now.
I don't know why they can't make this call quickly. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
After review, the ruling on the floor is confirmed. The contact occurred with 1 second on the shot clock.
3 free throws now for Richard. The Gators are 4 of 5 at the line. Both teams have 4 points from the free throw line in the first half. Free timeout for both sides. Cheney, Luke, Condon, Richard, Martin, and Aberdeen returning to the floor for the Gators. And it is Will Richard at the line, where he's been 84% on his free throws this year. The senior from Fairburn, Georgia. First free throw is good. 2 more to go. Richard's loaded up on the left side. He's got an arm sleeve on his left arm, a calf sleeve on his left leg. Second one down. The largest lead, Lee, on either side is 4. It belongs to Auburn. Nobody's seemed to get a footing for a bit of a run.
They've been trading punches so far.
Yeah. The free throw on the third attempt missed. 1 point lead, though, for Florida. 23-22. And that is our 7th lead change already. 10:09 to go first half. Lob toward Broom. Bumped in the back by Condon. Broom drives to the right wing. Goes across the paint. Running shot no good. Tip rebound. Grabbed by Richard. Go, 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 says Todd Golden. Richard gets it across half court. Hands it to Aberdeen. They never got below the foul line with some pace. Bounce pass toward Condon. Stolen by Broom. Broom gets it across half court. Almost turned it over. He'll tap it to Chad Baker-Mazara, top of the arc. Off the jab step. Drives to the right. Picks up his dribble. Shoves it outside. Jones for 3. Rim, glass, rim, no good. Spiked rebound by Cheney to himself. Turns away from pressure and gets into a guard in Elijah Martin. So the Gators catch a break. No points off the turnover. Martin goes wing left, hands it to Richard. Richard takes the top of the arc, off the dribble, shoots for 3. Right side of the rim, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Cardwell for the Tigers.
Let's try to keep pushing this pace. I mean, Broom is a little laborious in the way he's moving.
23-22 Gators. Bounce pass to Cardwell, well above the three-point line on the right side. Back to the top and Jones. Jones drives off a jab step, going to the rack. Goes up and lays it in. Wow, I thought he got fouled by Cheney, and that shot would have no chance. But no foul, and the basket went in.
Tough shot.
8th lead change. Auburn back on top by 1. Bounce pass to Condon on the left high post. Dribbles across the top of the key. Hands away right to Martin. Martin attacks, pumps, shoots, blocked from behind by Broom. Ball loose, grabbed by Cardwell. Numbers to the other end for Auburn. Going to the rack. Kelly lays it in with the left hand. And Auburn leads by 3, 26-23.
Got to take care of the ball.
8:23 to go in the first half. Aberdeen drives to the right low post. Shoots on the fade and rinses it. Soft touch for Denzel Aberdeen.
And Auburn has scored a few times in a row, but I'm watching Broom. That was the key to the game, and he's already taking time to put his hands on his shorts when he can.
He's last up the floor. Broom with 6 points, 2 rebounds. Baker-Mazara feeds Broom. He's got a banged up right arm. He is a lefty. Chest pass to Jones, caught in the right angle. He'll shove it to his left. Kelly threw 3 off the catch. Ripped it. That's the guy you don't want to have the clean look. He hasn't shot the ball from 3 well in the tournament, but the body of work for the season, really good. Back up by 4 is Auburn. Catch by Condon, top of the arc of the offensive end for Florida. Condon dribbles twice to his left, throws back door, and he missed Richard. It goes out of bounds, and it's another Florida turnover. They're 3rd in the half. Timeout, the under 8. Auburn's matched their largest lead, up by 4. 7:34 to go in the first half. Auburn 29, Florida 25. You're listening to the Final Four on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Gator fans, show your team spirit with a Gator Pass toll sticker or the new Gator Pass Uni. Enjoy non-stop toll travel throughout Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina, or travel even farther with the 19-state Uni. Plus, you can score volume toll savings. Find out why Gator Pass is your best play to save on tolls and time at getgatorpass.com. That's getgatorpass.com. Gator Pass, it's how Gators travel. A product of ePass, owned and operated by the Central Florida Expressway Authority.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to be the official mover of the Florida Gators football team. The Gators have a winning tradition, and they choose Good Greek to get them there. And when it's time for you to move like a Florida Gator and call Good Greek Moving and Storage. Whether it's local or long distance, Good Greek can do it all. And we'll save you time and money by lighting your load with our junk removal service. So go to goodgreek.com for Good Greek Moving and Storage, official movers of Florida Gators football.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Supermarket is proud to be the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey, back with you from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. 29-25. Auburn leads Florida with 7:34 to go in the first half.
7:34. We're fending off an Auburn run, and felt like we've let a few opportunities pass, Sean. We've just been loose with the ball. Alex a couple times has not been comfortable when Broom's guarding him. I think if he's aggressive going to the basket, Broom's going to foul him. You know, we haven't had any transition points yet. We said fast break points, speed would be a key to this game, and we haven't been able to get Auburn up and down. And yet, I look over at Broom, and he's tired. He's trying to grab his shorts. We need to put some miles on him.
Well, they're going to get Thomas Houck and Micah Hanlockton. Fresh legs off the bench for Florida. That may
do it.
That.
And Walt set that entire media segment. He set 4 minutes straight, probably one of his longest times on the bench all year.
Well, you wonder if the principals on both sides will get much of a rest the rest of the way. There is going to be a 20-minute halftime here at the Final Four. Rebounding, it's only a +2 advantage at the moment for Auburn, but they're 23-1 this year when they out-rebound their opponent. Gators came in +8.6 in rebounding margin, 8th in the nation. Long way to go. Auburn ball out of the timeout. Kelly comes to take a handoff front court right. Sends it to Johnson between the rings. Hand off to Jones. Jones guarded by Richard. Backs up with the dribble. Give to Kelly on the right angle. He's picked up by Elijah Martin. Pass to Broom, wing right. Drives past Hanlockton. Muscles a shot up, denied by Houck and Hanlockton. They clear the miss.
Great D there.
Martin will bring it up. Kelly picks up Martin way up top. Martin now drifting to his left above the left foul line extended. Sidearm pass to Hanlockton, top of the arc. Fakes a handoff to Houck. Now gives to Houck behind him. Tommy drives the right side of the lane, spins in the lane, stripped loose, knocked away by Broom. Loose ball for Auburn. No look pass inside to Broom. Knocked away. Broom saves it. Uses his right hand to tap it out to Johnson. They'll reset to Todd Pettiford in the right front court. Pettiford with a right hand dribble. Now the crossover. Goes behind the back. Darts to his left. Step back. Launches a three. A little short. Off the front of the rim, and a foul is going to be against Hanlockton. Dueling Broom for the rebound.
Keep making him work, Micah. I mean, Micah denied Broom on the last possession at the NBA three-point line. Broom had a hard time catching it. He feels the pressure, drives to the basket. Tommy comes over, blocks the shot, and that kind of stuff makes Broom use a lot of effort.
First foul on Micah Handlock. Then Broom will pull the trigger on the inbound baseline right. Bounce it in near sideline to Kelly. Swing around to the left wing. Dribble handoff to Jones from Johnson. 3 feet Pettiford, who takes the dribble to his right. Then re-squares the floor by sending it between the circles to Denver Jones. Jones crossover dribble, 6 to shoot. Drifting left, throws the skip pass, caught wing right. 3-ball, Pettiford off the mark. Rebounded by Richard. Richard sends it up the right sideline to Clayton. Clayton drives past Jones, goes to the rack, lays it up, in, and the Gators cut it by 2.
That's the first time we really pushed it hard, got a wide open layup. Tommy seals Broom at the basket. It's an easy attempt.
8 points for Clayton. He's tied the record for most points in a single season in Gators history, 676. Jones drives around an elbow screen, takes the baseline right, turns, throws, miss Kelly. It's going to go over and back. Turnover Auburn, just the second one of the night for the Tigers, who are 8th in the nation in turnover percentage.
All right, guys, let's get another basket right here. You feel the momentum swinging in our favor.
Chance to tie or take the lead. It feels like forever since the Gators had themselves a three-pointer go in. Florida's hit 3 threes. Clayton has 2 of them. And Walter will inbound baseline left. Broom goes to the Auburn bench. He's exhausted. Still 5:37 to go first half. Clayton looking, throws it in corner left. Martin for 3. Back iron no good. Rebound on the weak side for Auburn. Shovel ahead to Pettiford. Pettiford, little bounce pass to the top of the arc, fielded by Cardwell. And he'll pitch it back to Pettiford, who retreats onto the logo. Looks back at the Auburn bench for a play call. Here comes Kelly. Kelly passes up a dribble handoff. Driving Pettiford down the right slot. Reverse layup is good. He went right to left at the rim. He's really good, a freshman. Clayton has it punched out of his hands. Clayton trying to tap it to Richard, does. Keeps it alive on the left sideline. Richard drives, fumbles it to Handlock, and somehow Micah to the foul line. Releases out off pressure to Richard. Up top for 3. Too much. Long rebound, fielded on the far sideline by Johnson. Auburn gets another Gators miss, holding a 4-point lead. 31-27. We're under 4:40 to go down the half. Pettiford drives right of a Cardwell screen. Falls down, skids, no traveling called. Somehow tapped to Johnson. Up top to Kelly. He'll hold for a moment. Now give to Jones with a new play call. Shot clock at 5. Goes around a high middle screen. Attacks the rim. Lays it up and in and 1. Fouled by Micah Handlock, and second on Micah.
Micah stayed vertical. I want to see a replay to see if he hit him with the body, but I thought Jones put his right arm into Micah. I don't know. He came over a little. It's a close one.
Yes, he was vertical. Arms never moved, but his body was gliding into the shooter.
Drifting, and a good call there.
Handlock then goes to the bench. Condon has returned for Florida. So now it's Martin, Clayton, Richard, Condon, and Houck. 33-27. Largest lead now for Auburn. And the free throw. In and out, no good. 5-point advantage with 4:21 to go for the Tigers. Clayton will walk it up right along the Final Four logo. He is dead center of the floor. Bounce pass to Richard coming over a screen. Richard has it knocked away by Kelly, and an easy steal for Auburn.
5th turnover now of the half.
Martin guarding Pettiford between the circles. Pitch and catch with Cardwell. Now off the down screen. Jones gathers, shoots at the foul line, no good. Tap out, rebound, finds Richard. Go, go, go. Richard almost fumbled it away again. Leaves for Clayton. Clayton down the left side of the lane. Beats Kelly to the rim and lays it up and in. Another layup for Walter Clayton Jr. 3:35 to go. And timeout called by Auburn. They advance to pass half court. Tigers ball and we come back. Full timeout at 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half. Auburn leads Florida 33-29. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units, to not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
They're not just the Gators, they're your Gators. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Gator pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Gators. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of the Florida Gators. Copyright 2025. Wells Fargo Bank, NA member FDIC.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by UF Health. At UF Health, we believe human progress has no finish line. Visit humanprogress.ufhealth.org to learn more. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Walter Clayton Jr. has made some history already tonight. He's the first into double figures for the Gators. Martin now with him at 10, but 10 for Walter Clayton gives him the new single-season scoring record in Florida basketball history. He passes Andy Owens with 676 points in the 1969-70 season. Clayton now with 99 points total in this tournament, now holds the Florida record for most points scored by any Gator ever in an NCAA men's basketball tournament. All that's great. But the Gators are down 4 currently with 3:33 to go in the first half. Auburn 33, Florida 29. Let's go inside the timeout huddle with Lee Humphrey. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Once again, Coach is going to be talking about the points in the paint, 20 now for Auburn in the half. Got to be better on the weak side defense. We got to do better rebounding the ball, get in help position, force Auburn into some more difficult shots in the paint, and then offensively do a better job taking care of the ball. We were a little careless there those 4 minutes. We got 5 turnovers on the half, but we also had some broken possessions just because we weren't clean with handoffs. And I think he'll tell the guys to attack. Hey, we're having success so we can dribble hard and penetrate to the glass.
Inbound off the left sideline for Auburn. Finds Pettiford up top for 3. Missed the shot, but fouled by Elijah Martin. 3 fouls coming up for Tahad Pettiford. Pettiford with 2 points. Auburn without a double-digit score thus far, but has 7 different scores. And we'll get another timeout here, and we'll keep it right here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. 3 free throws coming up for Pettiford in just a moment. And Auburn looking to grow a 4-point lead. They've led by as many as 5. These are going to be crucial free throws to set up the stretch run here in the first half.
Big free throws, they can extend the lead, and it's an important 3.5 minutes because we've played a pretty decent half, but there's a lot of things that we can clean up at halftime, especially on the defensive end, and I'd still like to see us try to push this pace the last 3.5 minutes. Put some miles on Broom and Cardwell. We've seen those guys tired in the half, and hopefully, I'm sure our guys are seeing their body language, and that motivates us to get out and run.
Let's kind of look at turnovers and points off turnovers. Again, I want to read this right. Gators have 5 turnovers, and really, it's the 4 steals that have fueled that for Auburn on their end of the floor. Thankfully for the Gators, though, the stat sheet will tell you that Auburn's only scored 2 points off of those 5 turnovers. But I'm thinking about missed opportunities more than anything else.
I think that's the big key, Sean. We're -6 in shot attempts. Auburn has 27. We have 21. If you take back those 5 turnovers, those are extra shots we can get out of the rim. You may make them, and if you don't, you get more offensive rebounding opportunities. We haven't had that many offensive rebounds. We're only rebounding right now 3 offensive rebounds off of 11 misses. That's a couple of rebounds below our average. So you want to see those attempts at the basket.
Auburn is shooting 48.1% for the half. Not really good from 3, and they haven't in the tournament. They've been about a 30% three-point shooting team in this year's tournament. They're 3 for 12 in this one early on. They've got a 1 rebound advantage, 14-13 in that category. The Gators only have 3 made threes as well. They've just attempted 4 less, 3 for 8 in the first half, and the Gators shooting 47.6% overall. It's really not that far away, the distance between the two teams here in the first half, but it kind of feels that way.
Feels that way, and if you look up at the scoreboard, it's 33-29. Auburn sending a good free throw shooter to the free throw line for 3, could easily be 36-29. And, you know, it looked like we were going to be on pace at the 12-minute mark for a 48, 50-point half, and the scoring has just been a big drought.
Gators are in the mud here a little bit. It was 16-14 at the first media timeout. Both teams were shooting 55% or better. During this 10-game winning streak currently in play for Florida, they've been averaging 90.6 points per ball game, so they're off that pace. In fact, they were the 3rd team to win 10 straight in March or April and score 75-plus points in each victory in the AP poll era. That goes back to 1948-49, joining Duke in 92 and Duke in 2021. Duke went on to win the national championship in each of those cases. So Hod Pettiford at the line, 3 free throws to the end of our right, and the first one is good. SEC all-freshman team out of Hudson Catholic in Jersey City. Second free throw is good. It'll be Houck, Condon, Martin, Richard, and Clayton for the Gators here for the stretch run of the half. Kelly on the floor with Pettiford, Baker Mazzara, Broom, and Cardwell for the Tigers. And all 3 of those free throws go in, and Auburn's got its largest lead, 7, 36-29. They go a little pressure here. Gators are able to break it. Martin gets across half court on the near side. Elijah Martin with the right-hand dribble. Calling for his screen momentarily. Martin goes right of a screen by Condon. He'll roll, give to Houck, who pop. 3 ball on the way. Back room no good. Rebound Auburn. And really nobody contesting. Baker Mazzara, or Kelly rather, grabbing the rebound. You're on the ice now. 3 minutes to go in the half. Pettiford angle left. Bounce pass. High post for Baker Mazzara. Inside. Left low post. Broom under the goal. Leans back. Goes up. Shoots and kissed it off the glass to score. Long outlet pass to Condon. Can't get a shot away. Leaves for a diving Clayton, and on a layup attempt, he's popped and fouled by Baker Mazzara. The Gators will go to the line here, but down now by 9 points.
We need a good stretch where we close this last 2:45, and we don't want to go down at half by 8, 10 or more points at halftime. We need to cut this thing under 5.
Auburn 28-1 this year when leading at halftime. The Gators only trailed at half 10 times. First free throw is good.
It's the first time tonight, too, we've been able to throw it ahead to one of our bigs running rim to rim, and we've had so much success with that in the SEC tournament, the last few games of the regular season. We got to figure out a way to get those guys out in front and running.
11 points now for Clayton.
That was off of a Broom make, too,
yes,
Sean.
It was. Both free throws good. The Gators are 8 of 10 at the line. Trail by 7, 38-31. Pettiford picks it up top of the arc, sends a wing left to Kelly. Bounce pass to the left low post. Here goes Broom, working against Houck. Twist one way, back the other. Change sides of the rim and scores going left to right.
It's back-to-back post touches where Broom caught the ball on the block.
10 points now for Broom, along with his 3 rebounds. Clayton harassed by Kelly up top. Shed him with a screen. Clayton puts the defender on his back. Throws over to Houck. Left angle 3. Good. Thomas Houck knocks down a big 3-pointer for the Gators. In the tournament, that's his 6th 3. 40-34. Boy, we went a long time without a Gators make from downtown. Cardwell hands it off to Baker Mazzara. Turns, gets to the top of the arc, hands it to Broom. Condon will guard him. Up top for 3. Too much. Rebound by Clayton. Look ahead. Clayton trying to get it ahead. Clayton on the dribble. Crossover dribble. Stops, shoots. Elbow left jumper. Rims out. Tap rebound to Houck. Out up top to Martin. Pump fake from 3. Drives the rim. Lays it up. Off the glass. No good. Tip follow won't go for Condon. Tigers clear it. Boy, that would have cut it to 4.
That was a great effort on the glass. Good job at transition running.
1:27 to go in the half. Cardwell, pitch and catch with Pettiford up top. Send it wing left. Kelly for three. Good. Rattled it home right in front of the Gators bench. Golden's upset. He thought there was an illegal screen to free up Kelly. Didn't get the call. Back up to a 9-point advantage. Clayton crossover dribble. Kicks it corner right. Richard pump fake from three, and then leaping at him was Pettiford, who hits him up high, head and neck area, with just about all of his body. Should be 1-1. It is. 17th foul on Auburn. Boy, he jumped over and got shoulder high.
Don't see many fouls like that.
No.
I mean, Will almost cleared Will jumping over his head.
Chinulu comes in for Condon, who sits down with 1 point in the half. Big free throws here. 1:02 to play. First one's good by Will Richard.
Auburn now with 24 points in the paint. Last two possessions, they're able to get Broom post touches right on the block. I mean, he's going to score every time if he catches it there.
All of Will Richard's points have come at the free throw line. He knocks down both here to make it 43-36. 1 minute remaining in the half. Jones sends it to Broom at the top of the arc. Back out to Jones, guarded by Martin. Little rip-through move to his right. Now on the advance with the dribble. Sends it to the left wing. Coming off a screen is Kelly. Picked up quickly by Clayton. Retreats behind the timeline. Lobs it to Broom just below the left foul line extended. Dribbles block left. Turns, shoots on Chinulu, and he nailed another point-blank bucket. 12 now for Janai Broom. 33 seconds remaining in the half. Clayton to the rack. Thought about dunking. Now tucks it under and lays it in with the right hand. Clayton to the rim, and he leads all scorers with 14. 20 seconds remaining. Shot clock is dark. Auburn's going to win the half, up 7. Don't want it to be by any more than that. Broom will probably get a touch here. He's 2 feet into the center, into the jump circle to our right. He'll come out the screen. He'll roll. Jones drive and kick. Up top, Kelly open three. Off the mark. Rebound, Jones. Jones fouled on a second chance attempt before the horn sounded to end the half. Oh, man. Kelly somehow missed a wide open three, but Jones was able to rebound, and Will Richard fouls him. They're at the scorer's table with an official review. The foul comes before the final horn.
The previous play is under review for a timing issue.
And the foul comes clearly before the zeros on the first look of the review that we see at our broadcast position. So Auburn's going to have a chance to increase their lead here going into the half at the free throw line, where they're 7 of 8 as a team. Second chance points and points in the paint. The story here so far in the first half.
The foul occurred at 1.6. It'll be 2 shots for Auburn.
The Gators being held to just 38 points here in the first half, and in danger of going back down by 9 before the halftime locker room. If Denver Jones hits both of his free throws, and it is a 9-point game, it would tie the largest lead held on 2 different occasions here in the half by the Tigers, who are 28-1 when leading at the break this season. The Gators do have 6 wins this season when trailing or tied at the half, and Jones misses the first free throw. Lee Humphrey has gone down to the far end of the court toward the tunnel. He'll visit with Todd Golden going into the halftime locker room. Second free throw. Good. 1.6 left in the half. Todd Golden will use a timeout and try to set up a chance to score before the halftime locker room. But it's now 46-38 in favor of Auburn with 1.6 seconds remaining after the official review. The Tigers end up shooting 51.5% in the first half. 8 of their 46 points come at the free throw line. 26 of their 46 come inside the paint. And Florida, who this season, with regard to fast break, number 2 in the country, have 0 fast break points in the opening 20 minutes. Clayton's got 14, Martin with 10. And your next closest scorer then would be Thomas Houck, who has 5. Condon's back on the floor, coming out of the timeout with Richard, Martin, Houck, and Clayton. And Clayton will pull the trigger. Length of the floor to go. He can run the baseline here. Looking. Former football player shoves it into Houck. 3-quarter court shot for Houck, and the horn hits the right side of the backboard, and the first half has come to a close. Florida trails by 8 with the national championship berth on the line. We're halfway through this one, and Auburn ought to feel very good about where they stand right now, leading 46-38. It'll be a 20-minute halftime before we begin play in the second half. Janiah Broome with 12 points and 4 rebounds to lead Auburn. The Gators are led by Walter Clayton's 14. Let's send it to Lee Humphrey, who's with head coach Todd Golden.
Todd, you go into the half down 8. Your thoughts?
It's not playing well enough. We're not doing a good enough job on the glass. We have 5 turnovers, they have 2. In this type of game, you got to win on the margins to try to find a way to get this done. We're going to have some opportunities, but we got to clean it up a little bit in the second half.
Defensively, anything you want to see different?
I don't love our lack of physicality at the rim. I think they're putting us in the basket a little too easy. We've tried to go up on the inside of a couple of screens for their shooters, which have led to some open threes. Again, we just got to be a little bit better on the scout the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Lee, Coach, thank you very much. Remember, Florida trailed by 10 in the first half at Auburn back on February the 8th. Eventually got up by 21 and won by 9. This is a whole different animal here, but the Gators are down by just single digits here halftime in San Antonio. 46-38, Auburn leads Florida. Coming up next, Steve Egan, all set to host halftime here in San Antonio. He'll be joined by Lee Humphrey, Mike Moat as well. We await the start of the second half. And as we step away, the new Hall of Famers are being honored on the floor. That includes, of course, Gator great and Hall of Famer Billy Donovan. I'm Sean Kelly. Once again, the score 46-38. Auburn leads Florida. Halftime at the Final Four on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Swish! Wawa is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at wawacatering.com. Choose pickup or delivery and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small, auto loans to get you to those road games, credit and debit cards you can use on game day, home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
Hey Gator fans, being part of Gator Nation means that no matter where you go, you and your pets are part of the Gator family. That's where Pet Paradise comes in. At each resort, their pet-obsessed staff is ready to help your pet feel right at home. New customers can try Pet Paradise for free with a 1 free stay or play reservation, which includes a day of camp or a night of boarding. At Pet Paradise, boarding, grooming, day camp, and training are all under one roof. Score big with complete pet care for Gator Nation at Pet Paradise.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, Let's go places. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through April 30th, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
20 minutes are in the books. This is the Starry Halftime Report. Starry, charge your game with Starry, official soft drink of Florida Gators basketball. The Starry Halftime Report begins now.
It's halftime in San Antonio. Final four. Game one of this afternoon's two games. The winners move on to the national championship on Monday. Steve Egan, Lee Humphrey here courtside as they honor the newly inducted college or basketball Hall of Famers, which includes your former coach, Coach Donovan, out there being recognized. Lee, that's going to make it feel good.
It's pretty special to see Coach out there on the floor, especially tonight. We're back in the Final Four. And a nice crew that he's accompanied by Mike Krzyzewski, Carmelo Anthony, Dr. J.
Dwight Howard.
Among
others. But yeah, so that's going on right now as they honor the newly minted Hall of Famers to this sellout crowd of over 60-some thousand. Not a good first half for the Gators. The Gators hung in there. They took the lead back and forth a few times, but at the end of the half, got a little sloppy, and Auburn was able to take advantage.
Like we've seen a lot this tournament, Steve, we just have not had good first halves, and again, we're seeing it tonight, and what's really concerning is how effective Auburn has been on the offensive end. They're getting it into the paint. Pretty discouraging to see Janiah Broome with so many catches right around the basket. They have 26 points in the paint. We have 14. We haven't been able to get out and run very often on Auburn either, and I think we gave up some opportunities too in the first half.
The coach mentioned it. He didn't like their physicality down low in that first half.
No, we've got to be more physical. I mean, part of the strength of our team is our depth, the number of fouls we can use down low. We need to deny Broome, make him work hard. He's got to really feel it. Every time he tries to score, that's got to wear on him, and we didn't do it the first half.
Yeah, because between him and Cardwell and Baker Mazzara, you can run those guys out of this gym, I would think.
We can run, and that's how we had success at Auburn, is getting those guys up and down. And even at the pace that the first half was played in, it wasn't fast. You could see there were moments when Broome had played a couple minutes in a row that he was tired. He was going on to his shorts, and we had chances to run, but we didn't do it.
In the first half, the Gators led by Walter Clayton's 14. He hung in there. Double figures also for Elijah Martin. So the two of the top guys that you would expect to see score did.
Elijah Walt coming through for us, keeping us within striking distance. They had some big shots early, especially Walt, so we're going to need to see them going in the second half.
But Alex Condon with just 1 point in that first half.
Just one, and he looked uncomfortable with the ball, which was the most concerning part. He was off balance a couple times. We have 5 turnovers. I've got to check down, see how many of those he had. 2 turnovers, and it probably could have easily had a turnover or 2 more.
And again at the half, the Gators trail Auburn 46-38. Lee and I will have more in just a moment on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
This is the NCAA Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the swamp. The Gators Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big Go Gators, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Gator pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoGators. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
He's coming. Here he comes.
Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless.
What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Humphrey back at the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio. We're at the half. The Gators trail Auburn 46-38. You had a chance to talk with Coach Donovan as he walked off the court. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty special. Glad I could be here tonight. And this is the year that Coach is going into the Hall of Fame.
So that was awesome. All right, the Gators down 8 here at the half. We've been a second half team all year. They trailed Auburn by 10 the first time around about a month or so ago. So what do the Gators have to do here in the second half?
We've got to figure out a way to get some stops on the defensive end first. Auburn over 50% from the field. When they're getting the ball into the paint, it's hard to get stops. But if we're able to put together consecutive stops, it's going to allow us to get out in transition and run a little bit. And that's going to be key for us the second half. I don't think we're coming back in this game in a half-court setting. We need to get this thing going up and down.
And we need to get our bigs more involved offensively because none of them really have had a great first half.
No, and where I'd like to see them getting involved is just running early, hard in transition. We saw it once where we were able to kick ahead to Alex. He got fouled on a shot attempt. And, our guys made a concentrated effort to get up and down the floor.
And again, as you've mentioned, let's try and wear these guys out. Broom and Cardwell specifically.
Auburn is not deep down low. Broom, Cardwell are both fantastic players, but they don't have the strength off the bench that we do. So if we can put those guys into some tough situations, they're not nearly as effective on the offensive end.
And again, at the half, the Gators down by 8. 46-38. Mike Moda has a look at, it's not a busy day in college basketball. This is it. This and the game after is between Duke and Houston. But he'll fill you in on some other things going on as we continue in just a moment on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Gator basketball fans, we are proud to have Dreamfinders Homes in our starting lineup as the official home builder of the Gators. They bring the same energy you could expect from the Gators basketball team to home building in Florida. Focused on beautifully styled new homes from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere Gator fans want to be. Explore all their ready-to-move-in homes in the most desirable communities across Florida at great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all available homes and outstanding interest rates incentives.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greater good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
If an insurance company is there to sell you insurance, shouldn't it also be there to service it with real people? At Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help. We're focused on your specific needs. That's why we have local agents working for you in every county across the state, offering competitive rates and fast, friendly service. It's more than insurance. It's the kind of treatment you deserve. Find a local agent at ffbic.com to set up your free no-obligation insurance review. Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best. Proud to support Gators Athletics.
The starry halftime show continues with a look at scores from the SEC and the top 25. Let's go back to the UF Health Studios.
We're at the half. It is Auburn leading the Florida Gators 46-38. another half of basketball still to go. Of course, this is the first game of the national semifinals on this Saturday evening. The second game will feature the Duke Blue Devils and the Houston Cougars. Of course, Duke getting to the Final Four courtesy of their win last week over Alabama on that Saturday night, and Houston knocked out Tennessee on Sunday to get to the Final Four. Let's hear about this matchup a little bit more from the coaches in this contest. We'll start with Duke's John Shire. This team played awfully well down the stretch, and they really haven't been challenged if you look at the scores. Although the Arizona game was close in the round of 16, Duke simply had that game pretty well in hand and had to stave off a late comeback. Cooper Flagg was held in check for the most part by Alabama last week, but this Duke team playing a Houston defense that is really difficult, one of the stingiest defenses in the NCAA. As a matter of fact, in the top 10 in the KenPom rankings. And here's Coach John Shire talking about the Cougar defense.
It's not something you can replicate. And so it's a combination of understanding what could or could not be there, but then also at the same time, you don't want to make them out to be the boogeyman either. And you have to have confidence. We're a great offensive team, and I want us to be us. And in doing that, you're going to have some moments where you may go through a stretch you don't score. And the thing that's been consistent for us is our defense. So we can't let any offense impact our defense. But we're going to be who we are. I know firsthand after playing them last year and scrimmaging them the year before, we know very well like how legit their defense is and their physicality and all that. But let's be us and let's not be in our heels. And I think that's an important thing when you play them because they're terrific. Like you talk about 5 guys moving together on defense, they're the best at it. They're the best at it no matter what you do. So you really have to take advantage of that window of opportunity, and then you have to go north-south. You can't be going east-west against these guys.
Of course, a lot of folks look at Duke and think of their offensive ability, but they're pretty good in the defensive categories as well, as they too are in the top 10 nationally in the KenPom rankings, as are the Gators, by the way. So 3 of the 4 teams that are here at the Final Four have been in the top 10 for most of the year in the KenPom. So I believe they know a little something about the game of college basketball. Again, that game about 30 minutes after we're finished with this matchup here. Let's switch the sides and talk to Houston coach Kelvin Sampson. He's brought yet another Final Four team into San Antonio this time. Of course, they were there 4 years ago when they lost to the Baylor Bears, who went on to win the national championship. L.J. Cryer, one of the Houston players, was a freshman on that team. He's seen this Duke team up close and personal. As a matter of fact, they played in preseason last year. Here's Coach Sampson about the Duke team he'll see tonight.
John and his staff's done an excellent job developing this team from, I think they lost to Kansas, is that right? Early. Lost to Kentucky early. And that was probably part of the plan. You may lose those games. People lose their mind, but people that lose their mind ain't coaching the team. He is. I think he had a plan. But let's throw him out there. And if we have some success, fine. If we have some failure, that's fine too. We want to be the best version of ourselves when we get to February, March, and now we're in April. So I have a ton of respect for him. I'll tell you how good John Shire's been. Nobody talks about him replacing Coach K anymore. He's John Shire. He's got his team in the Final Four. I think that speaks volumes of him. Good for him.
Certainly a good matchup coming up in the second game of the national semifinals, and the winners will meet Monday night for the national championship just before 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, I should say. And I said Kelvin Sampson. I apologize if I misspoke there. Gators in an 8-point deficit. We'll see how they respond to that as we go to the second half. And that gets started here in just a couple of minutes. Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey, we're back to give you the play-by-play story of this one as we continue here on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame, you deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port Chicago, Illinois.
Swish! is here for game day with hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more for you and the entire squad. Order at WawaCatering.com. Choose pickup or delivery and get it in time for the big game. Or if you're feeling hungry right now, just open up the Wawa app and order. Choose in-store or curbside pickup or get it delivered right to your door. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of Gators basketball.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small. Auto loans to get you to those road games. Credit and debit cards you can use on game day. Home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up into work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Back at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, we're at the half. The Gators trail Auburn by a score of 46-38. Now to call the second half of tonight's game, here is the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
All right, Steve Egan, thank you very much. Both teams back on the floor here inside the Alamo Dome. Great to see Coach Donovan as he was honored as a new member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. And so maybe Billy Donovan, his words to you are great second half team. The Gators have been such they'll need to be here as they are down 8, 46-38. Whether you want to look at a number from the first half or revisit one of Lee's keys, your choice, my friend, as to what will spark our good conversation here in the next 20 minutes.
We'll look at both. We've got enough time, I think. Fast break points first. Wanted to watch the pace of this game to see if we could push the ball, get it out in transition. We have 0 fast break points, Sean. I would argue with that number a little bit. We probably have a bucket or two here or there, but long story short, we've not been able to get up on down the floor on Auburn, and it's hurt us because there's been times where Broome has looked tired and we haven't been able to take advantage of it. So hopefully we can start this second half quickly, get out and run and make them guard in transition. And then the other one is just 26 points in the paint is a huge number. Auburn has been dominant in the paint, getting the ball down low, but also, too, with drives to the rim, with pocket passes to their bigs diving out of the basket. We saw Broome get 2 really low post touches at the block late in the half, so we're going to have to be much better in the paint.
First half stats, whether they were with Steve Egan or now with Lee Humphrey, as always, brought to you by VyStar Credit Union. Do good, bank better. 8 lead changes in the first half. Auburn led by as many as 9 on 2 different occasions, though. They're up 8 here, 46-38. Florida in the blues tonight will shoot right in front of us at the end to the right and toward their own bench. The 5 that started the game for the Gators back on the floor here to begin the next 20 minutes. Clayton, Richard, and Martin at the guards. Condon at the 4, Chinelu at the 5. Florida will have it first, inbounding at half court. Jones, Baker, Mazzarek, Kelly, Broome, and Cardwell for Auburn. Same 5 that started for Bruce Pearl. So we're underway in the second half, a national championship berth on the line. Chinelu to Condon, top of the arc, fakes the dribble handoff, goes downhill, right side of the lane. Bounce pass inside, Chinelu. Double team by their 2 bigs. Right hook's good. He scored with Cardwell and Broome both on him. Big bucket for Chinelu.
Creative set play to start the half. A little late delayed back screen for Rubin coming into the post.
4 points now for Chinelu. 46-40. Baker Mazzara's pass deflected. Stolen by Richard in the near front court. There's a foul in the play as well. Yes. Foul caught on Chad Baker Mazzara. A hold. So the Gators get a steal and tag Baker Mazzaro with the foul. It is his second. Chance to make a push here early in the half. Clayton pitches out of the horn set to Condon. Tried to go big to big and threw it away. Cardwell jumped the passing lane and got a steal. He read the play perfectly. Out of Baker Mazzaro on the right wing. Tries baseline. Float jobs. Good. High arcing runner down by Chad Baker Mazzaro. He's into double figures with 10.
Alex just got to take a deep breath, calm down. If it's not there, don't throw the flare pass.
Everybody knows everybody's plays now. Clay dribbles to the right wing, over the shoulder pass. Condon, catch and shoot three up top. Bank shot won't go in. Chindalu trying to rebound it and put it back. Can't finish. Cleared by Cardwell. Baker Mazzaro will bring it up the left side. He's above the left foul line extended. Goes between the legs with it, now in the left hand. Picks it up, knocked loose, regains control. Flip it out and reset to Denver Jones. He'll walk the dribble to the logo. Jones between the circles, drifting to his right. Flips it to Broom on the right wing. Broom, left-hand dribble, spins over his shoulder, shoots, missed it on Condon, who picks up the foul with contact.
Tommy's going to come in here for Alex. Been waiting to see if coach is going to make the move quickly. Alex just not playing confident out there on the floor right now.
Has not been himself seemingly since the ankle injury. Earlier in the tournament, and Condon looking over his shoulder, senses that a sub is coming in for him. Broom, not a great free throw shooter, knocks down the first. 13 for Janai Broom, who has been perfect at the line, 4 for 4. Condon to the bench, Houck into the 18-24 mark. This will be for a new largest lead in the first on either side of the double figures if Broom makes this free throw. That'll put him at 14. He missed it. The lead is 9 for Auburn. Rebound by Chinyalu, and up the floor is Clayton. Clayton from the top of the arc, drives, gets down the left side of the lane, twisting. Goes out to Houck, top of the arc. Clayton wants it right back. Catches left, foul line extended. Knocked out of his hands by Baker Mazzaro. Chest pass ahead to Kelly. Kelly to the rim. Floater hit the side of the backboard. Ball's loose. Thankfully, Clayton's got it. No harm. Clayton up the floor. Clayton a little hezzy down the left side of the lane. Backs it out to Houck. Houck angle left three. Front rim, no good. Rebound, Richard with contact. Attacks the rim, scores, and one. Will Richard with a possible three-point play. It's 49-42. The foul will be against Denver Jones. His second.
Timely rebound from Will, and he went up over two Auburn guys. He ran in from the three-point line. That was not an easy play.
Richard raises, shoots, and hits. Three-point play. 6-point advantage for Auburn. Opening 2.5 minutes here of the second half. Jones goes around a Broom screen, gets to the foul line, step back jumper, back iron no good, rebound Richard, making his presence felt on both ends now. Clayton up the floor, steps left for three, off the top, he nailed it. Here comes the Gators.
Yes, Sean, here we go.
6-0 run now, 49-46. Auburn's lead down to 3, Clayton's got 17 on a big stage. Cardwell to his left to Jones. This above the three-point line. Jones well off the line. Here comes Kelly off the screen. Stripped on the catch by Richard. Foot race to the other end. Richard one-on-one. Flips it up. No good. He got fouled. No call. Missed shot grab by Cardwell. Oh, that would have made it a one-point affair. Gators on the gas. Can they get another stop? Jones dribbles to the right angle. Flips it to Broom on the right wing. Mid-range at the moment. Trying to back down Houck. It's one-on-one. Nobody coming to help. Broom to the rim. Shoots. Missed it point blank. Loose ball to the far corner. Tracked down by Chinyalu before going out of bounds. Ahead to Clayton. On the break to Martin. Martin thought about a three. Now takes and hits. We're tied at 49. The 8-point deficit got to 9, and now it's gone.
Listen to this crowd, Sean. They're behind us right now.
The congregation roaring now as we approach the 16-minute mark. Jones between the circles to Kelly off the pin down. Kelly drives the lane, layup, no good. Rebound Chinyalu, broken floor. Clayton up the right side. Bounce pass into a diving Houck. Lost the handle, out of bounds off his knee. Todd Golden saying secure it. Both teams will huddle up. What a start to the second half for the Florida Gators. Timeout in San Antonio. 15:57 to go in the second half. Gators and Tigers tied at 49. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Gators Nation. Just like the Florida Gators dominate on the court, Renewal by Andersen dominates when it comes to top quality replacement windows and doors. Our exclusive Fibrex material is built for performance, energy efficiency, and long-lasting durability. Just like your Gators. As a proud partner of Florida Gators basketball, we're bringing slam dunk savings to your home. Call now for your free consultation and take advantage of our special offers. Don't let old windows hold you back. Upgrade with the winning team. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of Florida Gators basketball. License number CGC 1527613.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To aim higher, run faster is what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by Starry. Charge your game with Starry, official soft drink of Florida Gators basketball. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
Gators fans, for pet fanatics like you, there's only one place who goes all out for your pet the way you do. Pet Paradise. Sporting, grooming, day camp, training, and veterinary services. To find the location here as you visit petparadise.com. Down 8 at the half, then by 9. The Gators have come all the way back and have tied this game 49-49, 15:57 to go. Lee Humphrey, how have the Gators done it?
We've been more active defensively. We've gotten some deflections. We've rebounded. We're 6-2 rebounding in the second half. I think that's been a big difference for us. Because of that, been able to get out and run. Also, Auburn missing shots 1 for 5 has allowed us to get in transition.
Scoring drought currently at 227 for Auburn. Elijah Martin's 3 is a part of the comeback. So Martin now up to 13 points. Clayton has 17 to lead all scorers.
We've got to keep the pressure on right here, Sean. I mean, 16 minutes is a ton of time. And we can wear Auburn down here if we can just keep running.
Yeah, 16 minutes is a long time, but not really when you say it's a 16-minute game now for a chance to get to the national championship. Pettiford now into run point for the Tigers. Johnson's also checked in. Here comes Broom to catch top of the arc. Sends a wing left to Jones. Back to the top. Pettiford around the screen by Broom. Pettiford down the right slot. Pass stuffed by Chinialu. Loose ball picked up by Martin. Gators way more assertive now. Clayton top of the arc. Drives around a hop screen. Goes left. Cuts back to the rim. Goes up. Lays it in and he spun it home. Lead for Florida at 51-49. What a game for Clayton, who's got 19. 9th lead change in the game. Pass to the left wing, caught by Broom. Puts his back to Chinialu. Sneaks to the rim and puts it in with contact. Broom scores. He made it look easy, and he's going to the line for a 3-point play.
Broom just able to get to his left hand around the baseline. I'd like to see Ruben quickly move his feet and cut that dribble off, try to force Broom to his right.
Broom at the line. He's been perfect. I beg your pardon, he has missed one. His most recent attempt. 3 for 4. Left-handed shooter with the injured right wing. Misses again. Rebound Chinialu. 51-51. Martin brings it up the left side. Martin with the right-hand dribble down the right side of the lane. Fumbled it, picked it back up. Needs Richard. Can't get it to him. Can't, but better find somebody. 5 counts on. Now to Houck on the right sideline. Houck trying to get to the lane. gives back to Martin. Wing right 3 off the mark. May have been tipped by Pettiford. Cleared by Auburn. They can take the lead back. Aberdeen waiting to check in. 14:42 to go second half. Pettiford between the rings. Bounce pass to a flaring Kelly on his left. He'll flip it to Broom, and there's contact to the elbow. And down goes Denver Jones on what appears to be a Gators foul. I wonder if they'll take a look at this. Jones grabbing his forehead as he's all alone on his back below the elbow. Chinilu trying to fight over a screen here and split 2 Tigers and caught Jones with his elbow against the head.
Incidental, not Ruben was not being aggressive. It was kind of a standard basketball play. I mean, Ruben's just a lot taller than Jones. And
the previous play is under review for a possible upgrade.
You use your arms quite a bit to get through screens. They may give it an upgrade, but it's not like he did it on purpose.
No, but I think here, with so many eyes on this thing, they're going to upgrade this.
It was a hard hit, direct to the side of the head.
Both teams huddling up. Chinilu has gone to the bench here and is being talked to by Kevin Hovde momentarily, and now here, based on a review, if it is upgraded, it'll be 2 shots in the ball for Auburn in a 51-51 game with now just 14:38 to go. There's no disputing the evidence. The judgment here is unnecessary or excessive.
I think it was within a normal basketball play. It's just unfortunate that the elbow caught Jones right in the head. Hopefully the officials see it the same way.
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong height if you're Denver Jones.
Sometimes it hurts to play with the big guys, Sean.
One could argue as well that it would be an illegal screen on Denver Jones, but that's not the call, and that's not what's being reviewed. Jones back on his feet, and this has taken quite some time now. Roger Ayers is the crew chief, and he huddles up now with his 2 mates. And Lockton has come in for Chinilu. Regardless, it's going to be a 3rd foul on Chinilu at 14:38. Common foul or flagrant? That's the question. I have a feeling I know where this is going. Here comes Roger Ayers. Back to the monitor. And they'll check the clock also.
After review, the ruling on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. White 2 will be shooting 2 shots. Auburn will have the ball on the baseline.
Todd Golden wants to say a few words to Roger Ayers. It is upgraded to flagrant 1 as we kind of thought it might. Jones will stay in the game. He'll shoot 2 free throws and then the ball for Auburn.
Todd is talking to the official about exactly what you mentioned, Sean, an illegal screen. He was motioning to the official how the screen went as Jones knocked down the first one now.
So lead back to the Tigers. It's a 10th lead change now in the game. Second free throw, also good. 53-51, Auburn and the Tigers will have the ball. Auburn's gone a little smaller here. Cardwell no longer in the game. Bounce pass into Kelly on the right side of the floor. It's almost to the corner. Goes uphill with a pass above the break to Pettiford. Pettiford tees up a 3. No good. And a foul against Auburn. Johnson coming over the back of Tommy Houck. Commits the foul. His second, team's 3rd.
Great box out from Tommy. He backed Jones all the way out past the block. So tons of space to go get that rebound.
Aberdeen will bring it up for the Gators. Aberdeen throws a chest pass to the right side, just below the timeline to Will Richard. Richard feeds hand locked on top of the arc. Quick send to his left to Houck. Houck working on Johnson, puts it to the floor, turns to his right, back to his left. Picks it up above the left high post. Flips it out to Handlock, the 9 to shoot. Micah dribbles out of some trouble, throws wing right for Aberdeen. Guarded, fouled, but no call by Jones. Driving, Aberdeen shoots off 1 foot. Bank shot won't go in. Rebound, volleyball out of bounds and off Auburn. I think last touch by Broom. Shot clock at 20. The Gators will inbound here right to the goal on the baseline.
Will has made such a difference this second half going to the offensive glass. He didn't get it that time, but because of his effort, Auburn, 2 guys there couldn't secure it, and it goes out of bounds.
7 points, 5 rebounds now for Richard. Clayton will inbound. He's the trigger man. Looking, throws it into Handlockton, out above the 3-point line. Micah dribbles to the center of the floor, back to his right. Flips it on the wing to Richard. Richard dribbles uphill, steps back, fumbled it. Working on Broom here, and an illegal dribble. Double dribble on Will Richard. And Ty Golden doesn't agree. Let's get into the replay. Look at this. Fumbled it. He lost control and then picked it back up to dribble again. So Auburn with a 2-point lead looks to take advantage of a Gators turnover. Beneford off the high middle screen. Darts to his left. Goes inside toward Broom, is held and fouled. This will be on Thomas Houck. First on Houck. And Auburn has steadied themselves after the early blitz out of the locker room by the Gators.
That's a weak call right there.
It is a really weak call.
Charmin-like, as you like to say.
Yes. Kelly on the trigger, right of the goal. Throwing it off the baseline, into the paint to Johnson. Johnson with his back to the goal, went down low with it, slapped loose. Richard trying to get the steal, grabs it, and keeps it in bounds. Another play by Richard. Up the floor to Clayton. Clayton timeline left side. Clayton to the left sideline, and then stepped out of bounds. Oh, wow.
Every trip down the floor, there's something that stops all the momentum. It's like we've got the momentum, but just little plays here and there slowing it down.
The Gators now have 10 turnovers. They average about 10 and a half a game. 13 to go. Pass wing left for Jones. Auburn still leads just by 2. 53-51. We're coming up on the 13-minute mark. Hannaford between the circles. Picks up his dribble, throws to Jones, who feeds Broom, top of the key. Broom shovels it back out to Jones. Broom wants it back, foul line extended. Broom ISO, left side of the lane, works under the goal. Twisting, turning, shoots, Mr. Reverse layup. Rebounded by Houck. Houck will bring it up himself. He'll hand it to Aberdeen in the left front court. Denzel did not use the screen. Houck popped away, catches top of the arc from Aberdeen. Houck trying to look wing right. Now they swing it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, top of the arc, wiggles into the paint. Lost the handle. Knocked loose, got hit on the arm. Golden upset again with no call. Out there was contact in the arms of Aberdeen. Pettiford sideline left, walks the dribble back to the Final Four logo. Almost entirely out to the center jump circle. Bounce pass around Aberdeen. Broom sends it in off the catch to Johnson, and he slips by the smaller Clayton to score. 55-51. Clayton attacks the paint, and he's fouled. Going to get it on the floor here. Foul on Pettiford for reaching in. It's his third. Bruce Pearl's going to take Kelly out. No, he changed his mind. Broom and Pettiford to come out. Kelly stays in, Cardwell in, with Baker Mazzara now subbing in. Baseline right inbound. Clayton looking. Gators down 4, 12:06 to go. Clayton still holding. Throws it in along the baseline to the left side of the floor to Martin. Dribbles up to the top and shovels it to Condon at the top of the arc. Condon works left foul line extended, hands it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen guarded by a longer Johnson. Pass to Cheney, sends it way right to Clayton. Clayton off the dribble. Contested three, ripped it off the right wing. He was falling toward the baseline. Clayton hits a huge shot, and he cuts it to 1.
How tough was that shot?
Unbelievable. 22 now for Clayton. Cardwell holding top of the arc. Backs it out to Denver Jones. Here comes Kelly off the downstream. Kelly dribbles to the right wing. Sends it to Jones, top of the arc. Drives past Aberdeen, pass fake, and puts it underneath. Cardwell, catch and dunk. Auburn by 3, 57-54. Timeout, next dead ball. 11:15 to go in the second half. Clayton drives left to two defenders, gets under, lays it up, missed it, and he goes crashing into the stanchion with the contact from the foul. Clayton will be at the free throw line to shoot two when we come back. He'll look to cut the game back to a one-point affair. Whew. This is going to be some kind of a final 11 minutes and 12 seconds. Auburn 57, Florida 54. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on Sirius XM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at ProgressiveCommercial.com. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there. With banking made for moments big and small. Auto loans to get you to those road games. Credit and debit cards you can use on game day. Home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Go Gators!
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey back inside the Alamo Dome. The Final Four. 57-54. Auburn leads Florida with 11 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second half. Let's go inside the huddle with Lee Humphrey. As always, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. What is going on inside the Gators huddle?
Coach, I'm telling the guys to keep pushing it. Try to push the pace as much as possible. If you look down at Auburn, they don't want to play at the speed that we can play at. Make sure, though, you take care of the little things. Step out of bounds. We don't secure a rebound. Every one of those plays stops the action. We want to keep the game flowing, keep it in transition, and then on the defensive end, keep rebounding. We've done a nice job crashing the glass. Will Richard, especially from the guard spot, has done a good job. Everybody crash the glass so we can get out and run.
No team is led by double figures. Auburn's led by as many as 9. Walter Clayton Jr. at the line looking to add to his 22 points. Pair of free throws here on a Denver Jones foul. Jones picked up his third going to the timeout. The first free throw is good. Walter Clayton Jr. is the only Gator ever to have multiple 30-point games in the NCAA tournament. And he's on his way. 2 free throws here. Gives him 24. It's a 1-point lead for Auburn. 57-56. Hannaford, top of the arc. Gives it Chad Baker-Mazzara. Pick and roll here with Cardwell. Goes to the rim. Launches and misses a dunk. Aberdeen brings it up. Chest pass to Clayton. Pump fake from 3. Pump fake again. Spin. Shoots. Blocked by Baker-Mazzara. Loose ball for Auburn and Pettiford. Pettiford up the floor. Hezzy gets under the rim. Trying to tuck a pass into Cardwell, and it's deflected out of bounds off Florida.
2 nice plays from Alex. He challenged Cardwell on the rim at the dunk attempt. He forced the miss. There he rotates on defense, gets the deflection. Maybe that'll build some confidence for him on the offensive end.
So, might have gotten away with a foul on that block at the rim. Inbound inside the paint. Fumbled out of bounds off Pettiford. Gators get the stop, down by 1. 10:38 to play. Condon, Clayton, Chinulu, Aberdeen, and Martin on the floor. Clayton calls a play here as he crosses half court, dribbling with his left hand to the right front court. Coming out to catch is Condon. Hand it back to Clayton. Clayton hesitates, gets down the left side of the lane, spins, kicks out to Chinulu, sends it to his right. Aberdeen shoots for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Chinulu. Chinulu got it stripped and saved by Martin. Martin throws over the top, caught wing right by Aberdeen. Hesitates, drives, contact, shoots, missed it, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. He played it just right against Johnson. Chaney Johnson will pick up the foul. That's his third, so there are now 3 Tigers with 3 fouls. And Aberdeen will go to the line. Florida so far 13 of 15.
Third offensive rebound of the half. Builds on that rebounding margin now 12-4. I mean, that's been a big key this second half in the comeback.
Yeah, Gators have outscored Auburn now in the half, 18-11. That is also the 6th team foul on Auburn. So free throws the rest of the way now for Florida. 10:09 to go. Yep.
We only have 4, so a couple more to give on our end before Auburn goes, and Denzel misses the first one right there.
He went in halfway and rattled out. Johnson checks out for Auburn. Walter Clayton will step to the bench for the Gators. For how long, we'll see. Richards come back in for Walter Clayton.
I don't think Auburn got a single rebound with their small lineup.
Second free throw, a lot of rim, but it goes through. We're tied again, 57-57. There have been now 9 ties in the game. 68,000 here at the Alamo Dome. Pettiford off the left wing, right wing, trying to flip it. Stolen, run out, dunk with the right hand for Elijah Martin. He sailed in and flushed it with his right hand, and the Gators lead at 59-57.
Broom's right off the bench, and he can't even run after a ball because he doesn't want to give the effort.
Pettiford, bounce pass on a short roll to Cardwell, goes to the rim, and a foul. It's high in the lane for the contact. Roger Ayers is going to whistle Will Richard for a foul and award 2 free throws. 2 on Richard. Elijah Martin, 15 points now after the dunk.
Got a little nervous on Elijah's dunk that he took off from too far. That was about a step inside the free throw line.
He's missed some in transition here recently. And Cardwell misses the first free throw.
Let's play it safe here, Elijah. Take it easy, dunk. Don't make it harder than it has to be.
What a game. 9 ties, 11 lead changes, and thankfully Martin, as you said, finished with his right hand. Next free throw opportunity. That one's good for Cardwell. So it's 7 now for Cardwell. 1-point lead for the Gators. Florida basketball at the end of our right. Bounce pass to the horn set of Condon. Goes big to Chinulu. Hands it to Martin, who slipped, recovers before getting to the right sideline. Hand to Condon, who hands it to Richard. Same spot. Richard picks up his dribble. He's angle right. Sends it to Condon right in the lane. Pulls it out. Hands it to Aberdeen. Pocket pass. Back inside to Condon. Pumps one. Shoots. No good. Rebound. Chinulu back up. In. No, it came out of the jar. The shot clock sounded. Even though the ball had hit the rim, there was a rebound by Condon. And a foul has been called as well. There was a lot of contact in there, and they finally put air into the whistle, and they'll charge Cardwell with a personal foul. And it'll put Chinulu on the line in the bonus. No, 2 shots. They said he was in a gather. Big free throws here for Chinulu. Raises, shoots. Got it! Oh, he hit the rim 3 times and then went in. Oh. 49% free throw shooter. That hit 80% of the rim.
We've been known for his soft touch.
Silky mitts. Second free throw, not so good. Rebounded by Cardwell. The Gators lead by 2, 60-58 with 9 minutes and 3 seconds to play. Pettiford between the rings, guarded by Aberdeen. Bounce pass to Cardwell. Broom's trying to get along the baseline. Chest pass to Kelly, back to Pettiford at the top. Pettiford between the circles. Dribbling now to his right. Gets deep right wing. Throws into Cardwell. Cardwell halfway inside the lane. Bounce pass outside. Shot clock at 2-1. Driving to the rim. Kelly fumbles it. Pass deflected. Shot clock violation. Whistled on the Auburn Tigers.
Keep the pressure up, guys. Auburn is getting frustrated. You can see Broom just annoyed with Alex. Alex not doing anything, just giving him a little resistance when he tries to go into a scream, and Broom is spinning, throwing his arms in the air, looking at the official, begging for a foul.
Auburn now has not scored a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Auburn has only scored 12 points since halftime. Will be below the 8.5-minute mark to go when Clayton initiates the half-court set. Does so to Condon between the rings. Condon dribbles to his left, saves a fumble dribble handoff. Chinilu on the attack now. Right wing hands it to Clayton. Clayton trying to drive around two defenders, gives to Condon. Pump fake from three. Condon drives, puts his back to the goal halfway down the lane. Hand to Richard. Richard right to the paint. Step back, step through, shoots off the rim twice, no good. Rebound spiked and won by Broom. Florida's lead at 2. 8 minutes to go. Here at the Final Four in San Antonio. Set up Broom, ISO play left of the lane. Gets to the edge of the paint. Dribbling with the right hand, that injured arm. Knocked loose. Broom recovers. And then undercut by Condon. Broom falls on Condon, and Alex is going to get called for an unfortunate foul. That will take us to the under 8 timeout. That is a big break for the Tigers, and it is the 5th team foul called on Florida. We'll take a break. Media timeout. 7:47 to go in San Antonio. Gators 60, Auburn 58. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
If an insurance company is there to sell you insurance, shouldn't it also be there to service it with real people? At Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help. We're focused on your specific needs. That's why we have local agents working for you in every county across the state, offering competitive rates and fast, friendly service. It's more than insurance. It's the kind of treatment you deserve. Find a local agent at ffbic.com to set up your free, no-obligation insurance review. Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best. Proud to support Gators Athletics.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through April 30th, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Play-by-play of Gator basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
It's great to be a Florida Gator, especially one who scores big by saving lives. You have the power to give others a second chance at life by donating blood with One Blood, the official blood center sponsor of the Florida Gators. Visit oneblood.org to find a Big Red Bus blood drive near you. Earlier in the second half, the Gators used an 11-0 run to erase a 9-point deficit. They've outscored Auburn in the second half, 22-12. But this right here, Florida enjoying their largest lead of the game, 2. It's 60-58. Florida leads Auburn. Lee Humphrey was 7:47 to go.
Only 2. It feels bigger than that in the way that this game has trended in the second half. Auburn hasn't made a field goal, Sean, in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Our defense has been fantastic. We've gotten hands on balls. We've been disruptive. Broom is not comfortable underneath the basket, and we're continuing to dominate the glass 13-6 in the second half. And better still is the turnovers. Auburn only had 2 turnovers in the first half. We forced 7 in the second half, and many of them have given us run-out opportunities.
Auburn shot just 36% in the second half. And in this back-and-forth game, each team only has 1 fast break bucket. Broom will inbound for the Tigers, baseline left of the goal on their offensive end. Broom looking. Bounces it in, knocked loose. Martin rips it away from Pettiford, and out of bounds it goes, and it belongs to Florida? No. Belongs to Florida. They changed the call?
I believe they changed the call.
They did. The conference changed the call, and Todd Golden is beside himself. Here's the slow-mo replay.
Elijah was fouled
by Pettiford. That would have been his fourth.
Obvious foul on Pettiford.
Yeah. And look.
Yeah, that is a big call. Pettiford has been
huge call.
Auburn's second best player in the NCAA tournament, averaging close to 17 a game.
Broom gets it into Pettiford, right corner, takes the dribble to the edge of the lane, twisting, turning, shoots on a fade, short, rebound, Cardwell. Oh. They get it out and reset. Over to Baker Mazzara, wing right three, knuckleball in. That is the first three-pointer of the second half for Auburn, and they go up by one. Oh, how big was that call now? 61-60. How? On the bounce here, picks it up above the left foul line extended. Goes to Conant, brings the right side, got hit by Broom, no call. Dribble handoff to Martin. Martin attacks the right side of the lane. Flip it out to Houck. Houck off the jab step, attacks the rim, and he's fouled, going to the rack. That sophomore is fearless.
Tommy coming off his best game of his career, 20 points, a career high, 11 rebounds against Texas Tech, also a career high. He's averaged 13 during the NCAA tournament, Sean. He's been critical to our run.
First free throw, good. And man, he has been dynamite at the line. This is his first trip tonight, but in the tournament, Houck now up to the minute is 21 for 26 at the free throw line. Chinelu subs in for Alex Condon. We're tied at 61. 10th tie now in the game. Both free throws down. Lead back to Florida, 62-61. 7 minutes remaining with a spot in the national championship game on the line. Broom sends it wing right. Baker Mazzara, pocket pass, back into Broom. Lob to the rim, alley-oop dunk, finished by Cardwell. Now Auburn's fans making the most noise. They've retaken the lead, 63-62. Clayton Payne pick and pop with Houck. Houck, top of the arc, dribbles through the key now. Comes back to his right, down the pipe, lay it up. Good, he beat Broom on the play. Broom taps his chest, my bad. Timeout, Todd Golden. And the Gators back on top will take a full timeout.
Anytime Tommy's got Broom isolated at the top of the key, he can drive him to the basket, use his speed.
Houck's got your last four. He's got 9 total. We'll step aside. 6:29 to go in the second half. Florida 64, Auburn 63. This is the Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game time. As the Gators hoops action heats up, there's only one way to cool down: Shock Top Belgian White. So grab your friends and a couple cold ones and toast to the thrill of college basketball. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on your Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Chomp. Shock Top, the official craft beer of University of Florida Gators Athletics. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
This is the NCAA Final Four on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Gator fans, being part of Gator Nation means that no matter where you go, you and your pets are part of the Gator family. That's where Pet Paradise comes in. At each resort, their pet-obsessed staff is ready to help your pet feel right at home. New customers can try Pet Paradise for free with a 1 free stay or play reservation, which includes a day of camp or a night of boarding. At Pet Paradise, boarding, grooming, day camp, and training are all under one roof. Score big with complete pet care for Gator Nation at Pet Paradise.
Today we have two very special guests on our program introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
How's your heart rate, congregation? 6:29 to play here on Final Four Saturday. Duke and Houston follow this, but this is the thriller right now with the Gators leading Auburn 64-63. Time winding down. Both these teams have been great finishing teams. We'll note, though, that Auburn has played 9 games that have been decided by 5 points or less. They are 7-2. The Gators have had a flair for the dramatic, no doubt, winning by 5, pulling it back from the brink last weekend against Texas Tech. Partner, 1-point affair. Clayton sitting on 24 points. Houck's been huge in the second half. The Gators have played much differently than they did in the first half.
Completely different look, and I guess it's something we should become accustomed to, especially in the NCAA tournament. We have been a second-half team, and we're just faster and quicker than Auburn has been the entire half.
Gators shooting 45%, Auburn 49%, but Auburn has just been 29% from downtown. They have the ball out of the timeout. Weave up top. Jones is the last to touch here for Baker Mazzara. Jump pass to his right, caught by Pettiford. Pettiford shoves it to Broom on the right elbow. Broom trying to get inside the lane. Turns, shoots on Chinyelu. No good. Well defended by Ruben Chinyelu, who rebounds the miss.
Broom didn't have the same energy to take 10 dribbles like he did in the first half, settled for a tougher shot.
Good point. Houck catches from Clayton, playing on the left side of the floor. Back to Houck, top of the arc. Straight away for 3. No, skipped off the rim. Rebounded by Pettiford. 4-on-4 to the other end. Johnson and Chinyelu laid back. Pettiford drives, gets in the paint. Pass deflected, but saved wing right. Jones for 3 off one dribble. It's flat. Rebounded weak side by Richard. He got hit and then fell down and called for traveling. The officials are saying that Richard flopped.
So in the first half, Auburn also went to the floor off of a drive. Yes. It may have been Pettiford, and there is no travel call.
None. Boo, say the Gators fans here. Inbound finds Pettiford, goes over a Broom screen. Stripped! Martin's got a steal. Here we go. 2-on-2 to the other end. Martin to the rim. Tomahawk duck with the right hand. Oh, yes, sir. Gators up by 3, 66-63. 5:15 to go. Pettiford picks it up wing right. Flips to Broom near the top of the arc. Pump fake. Dribbles. Falls down. Lost the ball. Houck on the break. 2-on-1. Back to Martin. Martin leaves it behind him, and Houck fumbled it out of bounds. Could have been up by 5.
The floodgates are about to open, Sean. I mean, Broom has nothing left. He is on his knees right now. He wanted no part of the offensive end when he got the ball at the three-point line. Just got to stick with this pressure.
66-63, exactly 5 minutes remaining. The Gators, undefeated this year, went up at the 5-minute mark, 30-0. Jones to Baker Mazzara. Around the high middle screen, down the lane. Layup blocked by Houck. Oh, and a foul is called, and Todd Golden sprints from nearly half court back toward the baseline in frustration. Fouls on Houck.
How is that a foul?
I have no idea.
Tommy is vertical. He doesn't get any part of Baker Mazzara. Baker Mazzara grabs Tommy by the waist with 2 hands and tries to throw him to the sideline.
What a brutal call. Baker Mazzara at the free throw line gets the first free throw.
I mean, Baker grabbed Tommy after the block attempt by the waist. And now the replay goes up and you can hear the fans in the background.
The two brutally missed calls now. Both free throws are good, and Chad Baker-Mazara, the 25-year-old, makes it a one-point game. 66-65, 4:40 to go. Clayton crossover dribble. Moves to his left, goes to Houck, top of the arc. Houck looks for Richard, reads it, takes the ball back to the top of the key, hands to Clayton. Launches the three. Good! Walter Clayton Jr. with 27. That's his fifth three-pointer, and it's 69-65. Auburn stayed close because of free throws. Baker-Mazara wing right for three. Can't answer. Rattles out. Ball out of bounds. Knocked off the right hand of Ruben Chinyelu. 4:10 to go, and another crack at it for Auburn, who's been given so many chances here.
They're just holding on by a thread. And Broom's on his knees again when he's about to throw the ball in.
Condon will come in, fresh legs, replacing Chinyelu. And so Condon will work on Broom. Gators lead by 4. And the inbound deflected back out of bounds.
Broom is lazy on his inbounds pass. Yeah. I mean, Alex, come on. You need to get after Janiyah right here.
Broom is taken off the baseline. They're going to have Johnson inbound now. Bounce pass into Baker-Mazara. He receives the top of the key. Bounce pass to Johnson. Elbow left. Inside with the dribble. Pass outside. Angle right three. Jones rips it. 69-68. Clayton was quick across half court, hesitated, now attacks the rim. To the rack, laid up, oh, it rattled out. There was a lot of contact. Kelly able to rebound it for Auburn. They can take the lead on this trip with 3:42 to go. Jones between the circles. Pick and pop with Broom. Broom gives it up to his right. Baker-Mazara curls into the lane. Push shot short. Popcorn rebound to Martin. There he goes. One-on-one against Jones. Pulls it back. And waits for friends. Shovels to Richard. Up top for three. Ooh, in and out. Rebound Condon. Condon surrounded by three Tigers and whacked. Fouled on the play. Condon will go to the line in the bonus at 3:20 to go. There'll be a timeout on the floor. The foul is on Chaney Johnson, his fourth. Auburn is, I wouldn't say limping to the timeout huddle, but struggling to the timeout huddle. The Gators lead by 1. Condon will be at the line when we come back. 19 foul on the Tigers. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Florida 69, Auburn 68. This is the Final Four on the Gators Radio Network.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the stadium. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 1-800-535-9533 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA to not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
You're listening to Gators basketball in the NCAA Final Four. Now back to the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Once again, here's Sean Kelly.
All right, let's get you a game reset with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Florida leads Auburn 69-68. Both teams are in the bonus. Gators will be in the double bonus next Auburn foul. Florida has 2 timeouts remaining. Auburn has 3 timeouts at their disposal. Sean Kelly, Lee Humphrey, Steve Egan alongside. We want to congratulate Steve Egan, who is working his 6th Final Four with the Gators Sports Network from Learfield. All right, partner, we told you that Auburn's been very good in tight ball games, and that's exactly what we've got right here. The Gators overcoming what was a 9-point deficit early in the half, have outscored Auburn 31-22 in the second half, but this game certainly still in the balance.
Certainly in the balance, only down 1. It feels like a bigger spread than that, just the way that things have gone. A couple calls, couple kind of fumbled passes from us in transition, which would have been easy layups. Keeping Auburn in this game, and the lead should really be closer to probably 7 or 8. And Auburn has been hanging on by a thread the last 4 minutes. So we've got to make sure we keep up that same pressure.
But Auburn's got to be thinking, hey, look, it's not going our way at all, and we're only down 1.
That's right. They've got to be thrilled to be in the position they're in.
Alex Conant, the line to our right. 1 and the bonus here for the Aussie. Conant, a 60% free throw shooter, has 1 point tonight. And he badly misses the free throw, but Clayton cleans it up. Clayton with a high rebound, fumbled the dribble, stole it. Jones up the floor to Kelly. Wing right for 3. No good. Out tap the rebound to Condon. Wow. What a break. Get it back to Clayton. Clayton drives to the left wing, to the rack. Puts up a shot. He got hammered. There's no foul. The ball goes flying over the backboard and out of bounds. You've got to be kidding me.
There's a replay. It's probably a good call. Probably a good call after the replay.
All right.
There was just a lot of guys there, and Walt was searching for something.
2:53 to go. Auburn can take the lead. Jones and company down 1 as it finds the hands of Broom right at the top of the key. 2 passes to Jones, back to Broom. Down the left side of the lane. Offensive foul. Taking the charge was Alex Condon. Broom trucked him.
Alex has saved 2 easy baskets right at the rim this half. A Cardwell dunk earlier, and there he was in clear charge position. Good recovery.
10th team foul on Auburn. No free throws on an offensive foul. The charge. Clayton picks it up. Out plays pitch and catch with Clayton. Clayton now way out front court left. He'll shoot from anywhere. Working on Cardwell. Puts it to the floor. Drives. Goes to the rim. Finger rolls it home. Gators lead 71-68. 29 for Walter Clayton Jr.
I'll take Cardwell on Walt the rest of the game, Sean.
3-point lead for Florida. Jones flips to Broom out near the center jump circle. Broom, bounce pass wing right. Baker Mazzara back out to Broom. Broom, pass up an open 3. Pitch and catch, drives to the rim, fouled on a dunk attempt. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You can't give up an easy dunk there, and you can send Broom to the line where he's 59% of the season. It is, though, the 4th foul on Alex Condon.
Coach Golden asking for some kind of replay, and he was yelling as soon as the play ended at the officials for 30 seconds to look at this. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but he pointed towards something that in the rim area.
Is there a chance that... I don't want to speculate.
Not sure. I mean, the ball was in the cylinder when the foul happens. Does that change anything? I mean, it's over the cylinder. I don't really know if that changes anything or not.
Let's see what Roger Ayers tells us. I don't want him to say the play's under review. We've got that. 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. The winner plays on Monday night for the whole thing.
I'm not sure I even want this review. I mean, it gives Auburn even more time to rest.
The previous play is under review for an off-ball flagrant foul.
Interesting. And because Ty Golden was asking for it to be on Auburn. Two minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Both teams in the bonus now the rest of the way. And here's the replay. Cardwell may be the culprit here as he held Hauk from going to the rim to help Condon defend Broom.
So Tommy would have easily been able to go over to contest. Cardwell holds.
Yeah, with
2 hands.
Yes. Pulls, not only holds, but pulls him away from the play. And somehow the Gators coaching staff caught it. Officials are huddling now after taking a look at the replay monitor.
Looks like from Tommy's reaction, they're just going to let it stand.
After review, there is no flagrant 1 foul. By rule, Florida challenged the call on the floor. They will be charged a 30-second timeout. It'll be Auburn 2 shots.
You got to be kidding me. The whole country just saw that.
But do we have challenges? I didn't even know that existed.
You can ask for a review.
You can ask for a review.
And it was granted. But this leaves Florida now with just 1 timeout remaining.
But all year we've seen coaches ask for reviews, and I've never seen anyone charge the timeout for it.
I don't disagree. Now Broom is at the line on the Condon foul for 2 free throws. 71-68. Florida leads it. Broom's first free throw way off. Missed it. One thing the review did do was kind of ice the kicker, if you will. 59% free throw shooter. Broom ready with the next. That one's off the mark. Cardwell taps the rebound to Martin, but he lost it. Ball's loose. It's going out of bounds, and it's off Auburn. They may challenge this. They will. They will look at this. Steve Egan says Florida ball. The call on the floor is Florida ball. And both teams will huddle up again, and it's another chance for Auburn to catch their breath.
How many times tonight have we had the ball in both hands and just fumbled it away?
Yeah.
Tommy down here would have had an easy layup, uncontested. Elijah, a couple other times we've had it. Let's watch the replay to see who it's off on.
By rule, under 2 minutes, the out of bounds can be reviewed.
I think maybe Broom. Off Broom's shin, through the legs of Martin.
Couldn't tell in that angle if it hit the underneath part of Elijah's leg.
May have.
It may have, but it's slight.
Nonetheless, after Broom misses 2 free throws, there remains a 3-point lead. Well, you'd be hard-pressed here to find definitive evidence that it brushes the shorts. That look may change it.
I think it's
the spin of the ball did change. It looks like
it's probably going to be off Elijah. The ball went right. Elijah had a nice nutmeg there.
Think of all the chances that Auburn's gotten.
Oh, really?
Like second chances, whether it be a couple of bad calls or they lose the ball here and it brushes the shorts of Elijah Martin as it went through the 5-hole.
It's close. I'd say it probably hit him, but is it definitive? I don't know. Broom this second half, Sean, just how fatigued he is. He's only taken 4 shots. He's 1 for 4. He's 1 for 5 from the free throw line. He only has 3 rebounds, and he's got 2 turnovers.
1:56 remaining. Meanwhile, Duke and Houston sit there going, how much?
After review, the ruling on the floor stands. Florida ball.
There you go. Florida basketball up 3 with 1:56 to go.
Very glad they called it our ball on the floor, Sean, because the definitive look was probably the deciding measure there.
Length of the floor to go. Clayton will throw it in. We're going to start to see some pressure now from Auburn in the backcourt.
How big was that call, though? Auburn shooting free throws. Or no, they're getting the ball back. It was a different play with the free throws.
Clayton will walk it up. Everybody defensively drop back for Auburn. Clayton from between the rings. Moves to his left toward the sideline. Gives a Hauk top of the arc. Bounce pass backdoor for Richard. Big to big. Swing, swing. Over to Clayton wing left. Couldn't get a 3 away. Pitch and catch with Hauk. Hauk gets out of the way. Clayton down the lane. Got shoved in the back. Lay it in and counted. And it's a foul as well. possible three-point play for Walter Clayton Jr. It's his third 30-point NCAA tournament game in his career, and it could be one of the biggest plays in Florida history here. It gets Jones's fourth foul. And Clayton, who already earlier tonight set the new single-season scoring record, is at the line. One free throw. Good. And Florida leads it 74-68 with 90 seconds to go. Jones throws to Broom between the circles. Broom walks the dribble to his right. Fumble dribble handoff saved by Baker Mazzara. Goes around a high middle screen by Broom. Shoots for three. Missed it off the right wing. Rebound tipped by Houck. Grabbed by Martin. Holds it. 1:10 to play. Trying to trap Martin at half court. Martin trying to shake loose on the logo. Picks up his dribble. Knocked loose. Tip. There's a pile up for the ball. It's a held ball. And the arrow belongs to Auburn.
I'm not sure why Elijah hesitated so much.
Know.
He's a great ball handler, and he's super physical. Just go, Elijah.
Did he get fouled? That's what I want to know.
He got fouled. They're not going to call it.
Yeah, he got fouled by Chad Baker Mazzara. Hit him in the head. Auburn ball, front court left, but the lead is 8 for Florida with 1 minute and 1 second remaining. Baker Mazzara throws it into Jones, front court left. Jones takes the dribble between the circles. Left-hand dribble now. Goes down the left side of the lane. Drive and kick. Catch wing right. And a fumbled illegal dribble by Chad Baker Mazzara. Boy, karma's something, isn't it? Baker Mazzara turns it over. He thought about a three, launching himself toward Baker Mazzara was Condon. That screwed him up. Pressure now in the backcourt by Auburn. The Gators will inbound three-quarter length of the floor to go. 53 and a half seconds until a spot in the national championship. Clayton on the trigger. Bounce pass into Houck. Back to Clayton. Flip it to Martin on the right side. Martin throws out of the trap to Houck. Dump it wing right. Richard, lob for the rim. Condon fouled. It got swatted away from his hands. He goes out of bounds. He got fouled, didn't he?
It was close. I couldn't see. It was right in line with our view to the rim. We're sitting on the sideline looking straight at the rim.
Gators inbound baseline left. Clayton looking. Bounce pass inside. Bad pass. Martin saves it going to the deck to get it. Got another held ball, and the arrow belongs to Florida. Martin's gone to the deck twice now. Kevin Hovde instructing the Gators offense. Basically a new play call here.
We've got one timeout if we get in trouble. Elijah did well to steal that ball back from Johnson.
Broom jumped on top of him and tied up the ball. 40 seconds remaining. Inside to Houck. Houck stripped, got it back, puts it up, flips it over the iron and scores. He's fouled on the play. Thomas Houck, man, just hit the dagger with 37.9 seconds to go. Houck in a prize fight emerges here, taking one shot after another, and may have just delivered the knockout blow. 76-68. Free throws no good. Auburn rebounds. 35 seconds remaining. Baker Mazzara to the right wing. Lefty three. Ripped it. Boy, clutch shot by Baker Mazzara. Timeout Auburn as they use one of their 3 remaining timeouts. That cuts it to 5 at 76-71 with 31.3 seconds remaining.
5. We still got to finish thing out. 5 with 31 seconds. They have 2 more timeouts. There's a lot of time left, especially with the way Auburn can pressure the inbounds pass. We only have 1 timeout as well, Sean.
And now it's a matter of possessions and certainly the Gators will have the ball coming out of this Auburn timeout. The most costly thing here would be a missed shot or a turnover in the next 5 to 6 seconds, because you'd essentially allow Auburn maybe 2 more chances down the stretch.
You got to anticipate an immediate foul from Auburn. We just got to make sure we get the ball in. Probably going to see this thing. I don't know. Our typical inbounds play is throwing it into Tommy running up, because the Auburn bigs they're not going to chase him. But we'll see if Coach wants to try to get Walter the ball on the inbounds play, have somebody else bring it in. I think I'd like to try to get Walt the ball here first. Even though Tommy has shot free throws extremely well, you got to anticipate a quick foul, and let's get our best free throw shooter on the line.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but the most important man in the building will be whomever Todd Golden decides is the inbound man. He'll be able to run the baseline because it was a made shot that went into the timeout. That is somewhat helpful.
That is big, and we've got another 2 good guards with Elijah and Will. We could put them on the baseline. We'll see what Coach does. I mean, all year long we've had Walt taking it out, and the way we're walking up, it looks like he'll continue to do so.
Clayton with 32 points, leads all scorers, and he will be the trigger man. Martin, Richard, Houck, and Kahn, and other ones. Full court pressure by the Tigers, including Broom defending the inbound pass. Clayton moving along the baseline. Started right of the goal, comes baseline left, and now calls the last timeout the Gators have available to him. Still up by 5, 76-71.
See if we do something different on the inbounds play here. Auburn taking out Cardwell. They put Broom on the ball, so they've got 4 guards to chase our guys around, and they've got some long guards. It's not easy to get the ball in.
The one thing you lose here is the ability to run the baseline now. That's gone because you used a timeout, unable to inbound the ball.
That is big.
I almost wouldn't mind, Lee Humphrey, sending another guard beyond the baseline and passing guard to guard before the ball comes into play. That's one option.
We could do that. If you do that, then you give your point guard a chance to sprint past whoever's if Broom is guarding Walt on the baseline again. I actually think that's a great idea. You can pass it across, and then Broom's not keeping up with Walt.
Yeah. I may be wrong on one thing with my interpretation here, and I'm going to apologize just in advance. I said that he would not be able to run the baseline because he used a timeout. I'm doubting myself now. So I just want to put that out there that I could be wrong on that. But
we'll find out in a minute.
I just want to admit it now and not lead you astray as to what options Clayton have. We'll keep an eye on the official Courtney Green as to what he tells Clayton here as Clayton approaches him under the goal at the far end of the floor from us. And I think he's indicated that he can run the baseline. So I stand corrected.
All right. We do have a different lineup. We're lining up our guys differently than the last inbound play. And it looks like we may throw it across we're doing the football play.
Yes. So everybody's going to start out of bounds here. And like a football play, they get it into Martin. Martin picks up a dribble. He's trapped in the backcourt. And a jump ball is called. He's held. The ball is held and the arrow belongs to the Tigers. Oh my gosh. They trapped Martin and put Broom on Clayton to deny him that easy pass. And now Auburn down 5. Will inbound with 28 seconds remaining. Zara throws it in to Kelly. Corner right 3. Short. Rebounded by Houck. Houck is fouled by Broom immediately. So Thomas Houck will go to the free throw line where he's 2 for 3. Houck has 11 points and 7 rebounds now, grabbing that miss and ending Auburn's possession with 24 seconds remaining. Bruce Pearl was in the Final Four previously with Auburn and lost in the semis. So Houck will go to the free throw line at our right. Raises, shoots, and missed the free throw. You didn't think it was going to be easy, did you?
It's always tough to close these things out.
I mean, the Gators shooting shirts that they wear pregame says nothing easy. Second free throw. That one's in. So now it's a 6-point lead. 77-71. 24 seconds remaining. No shot clock the rest of the way. Pettiford, crossover dribble, drives, going to the rack. Puts up a layup, blocked but fouled by Condon. They basically almost baited him to the rim. And Condon almost came up with the clean shot block. 2 shots. And Condon fouls out on that with 18 and a half seconds remaining.
I think if Alex doesn't go as aggressively, it's probably a clean block. He was easily there.
Gators trying to return to the national championship game for the first time since 2007, when Lee Humphrey and his teammates won the second national championship in program history. Condon finishes with 1 point, 4 rebounds. But there are other things that Condon did that will not show up on the box score.
The second half, Alex had 3 huge plays on the defensive end, 2 at the rim, 1 challenging Baker Mazzara's three-point attempt late, where he thought about the 3, went up in the air and traveled.
Todd Pettiford at the line to our left. Pettiford with 5 points. Make it 6. He's averaged over 17 points a game in the tournament. 77-72. Gators came back from 9 down earlier in the half. Both free throws are good for Pettiford, and Auburn will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. It's for a sub. No, they did not have to burn a timeout here. The shooter was sub for. That's why they stopped play. Gators again, all 5 beyond the baseline. The football inbound comes to Will Richard. Throws out of a double to Martin. Touch pass ahead to Houck. How can the Gators have it with 13 seconds left? And the foul comes from Chad Baker Mazzara. They'll put Houck back on the line with Florida leading by 4. That one was executed perfectly.
Nice quick passing. Burned a few extra seconds there on the press break.
2 more free throws for Thomas Houck. Another miss. Houck had been so good at the line in the tournament. He's now 3 for 6. 1 more. Looking to make it a 5-point game with 12.7 seconds to go. Raises, shoots. Missed it. Rebound, though. Chinyelu flips it out to Richard. Hands it to Clayton. 9 seconds left, and Kelly will foul Walter Clayton Jr. with 9.6 to go. And we've got some extracurriculars. Chinyelu involved with Janai Broom and maybe Chaney Johnson, too.
How big have offensive rebounds been in the last few games for us on free throws?
Yes.
UConn, Texas Tech.
Yes. UConn for sure. Oh, Texas Tech, too. 2 missed front ends of 1 and 1 in the comeback win last weekend. Officiating crew has calmed things down. Clayton at the line to our right. First free throw's good, and the chant already underway behind us. It's great to be a Florida Gator. Walter Clayton Jr. with a masterpiece. 33 points. 1 more free throw opportunity here to make it a 6-point game. 9.6 remaining. Chinyelu goes out. Both free throws are good. 79-73. Into Pettiford. Don't foul. Pettiford, deep 3 straight away. No good. Rebound. Safe from going out of bounds. Grab by Houck. Chop this one up for the Gators. Florida's going to the national championship game on Monday night. 79-73 is the final score. Florida's 35-4. And will play for the whole thing here in San Antonio in about 48 hours. Florida outscores Auburn in the second half, 41-27, to win by 6. Auburn denied a chance for the second time in their program's history, ends their season at 32-6. The Gators sweep the Tigers this season 2-0. None bigger than this. Walter Clayton Jr. led all scorers with 34 points on 11